Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, that's not. All right. While you all ignore me for the shenanigans that are on my screen right now as I fix that in 4K, welcome into stream, everybody. Whether you're watching me morning, afternoon, evening, lurking, or watching the VOD, I hope you're doing well. Give me 1 second. Good, it's an ad break. Oh, God. All right, we definitely... Oop. Oopie. Oopsies. Let's see if we can fix these. Can we get rid of this? Hi everybody, hello. That's not supposed to look like that. It's a little... Well... Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm trying to, like, fix this. I know it still looks goofy on y'all's side, but my captions should not be upside down like this, but they are. That's always the fun part. That's always the fun part. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can fix that while we get things going for stream, because I was unprepared for the level of goofy that I was going to do when I set these up on OBS. Okay. I think we fixed it. Oh, one more touch. There we go. All right. I think we fixed this. Boop. All right, I just want to adjust it just a wee bit more. Welcome back from the ads. You have not missed anything. I'm just doing real-time streamer stuff. As my captions were definitely not where they were supposed to be, so I apologize. There we go. All right, now we're cooking a little bit better. But whether you're watching me morning, afternoon, evening, whether you're lurking, or whether you're watching the VOD, I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're having a good time, a jolly good time. I am here today to do a co-working and special stream because I said I would have some fun announcements for this week, and I do. So there's that. It's all goody in the hoodie. And of course, for folks who are watching, let me know if this caption setup is illegible still, if that makes sense. Is that the right word I want to use? Mainly because I did want to adjust my captions a little bit to match my theme, as well as to be a lot more legible. I feel like right now they're not. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I bold them. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I'm playing around with just some of the UI for streams, as I've been saying for a long time. So if there's some shenanigans, don't be surprised. But I did want to clean up stream in terms of just some of the things I've been coming up with, as in like some of the assets, which this caption layout and overlay, shout out to SpookySony. They're a dope streamer in the streamer space who creates some really cool assets for streamers. So I wanted to use this one because I like Adventure Time, and you know, can't go wrong with that, right? I'm probably going to fiddle around with the placement a little bit more over the next couple of streams. So again, there's just going to be guaranteed streamer stuff, like I've been saying for sure these last couple of weeks, because I'm setting everything up. But don't be surprised. It's okay. It's all right. Actually, I'm moving things around in 4K to see what I want to do, and I think we're actually going to have it right here on the bottom of my screen, because I think that just looks better. But let me know. Maybe I'll keep fiddling with it and see it if I like it or not. But either way, I just wanted to, you know, fiddle around with things and just have fun with it, you know, in terms of shenanigans. But all is to say, I hope folks are doing well today. I hope you're taking care. Happy Monday. It is a thing. It is a time. It is the beginning of a week. So with that in mind, just a few announcements. I did post my schedule earlier today. So for this week, just in case I need to actually cancel anything in terms of schedules, I will let y'all know in terms of that, given some of my things and what I anticipate is upcoming this week. But we are going to be doing a little bit of co-working today, probably just about an hour, if not shorter. And then we're going to play a little bit of Umami. So I got a key to Umami, which is a really cute, cozy puzzle game over on Steam. Today is the launch day, so thank you so much to Mimmox for the opportunity to be able to play on launch day. But I applied and got a key for it to be able to play it for you all today, which is a cute little game where you essentially put together 3D puzzles. So I thought it would be a good game to try out once I got the key and everything after co-working, since if I don't co-work, it's usually just, you know, doing stuff, doing some lace and everything else, which we're going to do some lace. I'm going to deconstruct the project that I said I would finish on stream. But when we do co-working, usually it's about an hour to 2 hours of co-working and then an hour to 2 hours of gaming. So we're going to do about, like I said, an hour and 15 minutes of co-working so I can handle some little things, respond to some emails and messages. And then we're going to go ahead and move towards gaming, playing Umami, which I will finish the game because according to the developers, it's only 48 hours. So I think it'll be a nice game to try out and finish, along with Is This Seat Taken and a few other things that I've got on my docket. For this week, we won't be streaming again until later on, until Friday. I'm hoping to stream playing Palia with my Pinecone friends. A shout out to them. I think it'll be a lot of fun and really, really dope. I also will be playing, hopefully, some Final Fantasy XIV on Saturday. And then before I am a part of my Valor Rangers campaign over on Toku Tabletop, I'm hoping to do a little bit of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk on stream it a little bit too in terms of story progression. So again, the goal between now and the end of the year is to try to continue on the long-term games, but also to finish out some of the games that I know I've gotten pretty close to finishing. So I'm hoping to do that. And we do have a couple other games as well that at least one other game that I have gotten requested in terms of playing, so I'm going to talk about that probably next week. But that's pretty much what we're looking at right now in terms of shenanigans and scheduling. So I'm looking forward to that and really excited for what's to come. But for today, we're just going to listen to some medieval tunes, and I'm going to do some deconstructing of my project as well as to send some messages and things before you play Umami. So, yeah, that's all I got for you right now. We'll just keep it pushing and keep it bopping. So just give me 1 second, y'all, so I can switch over to the gaming screen, just because when I realized that my captions were off, I need to double check, and I was right that they're off on the other screen too. Oh joy. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to see if I can fix this right now so that the captions are not so chunky. Oh no, I moved something else. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, they're very chunky right now. Okay, I think with that, we should be good. Like I said, I'm going to be playing around with the UI for a while. Probably won't be settled until the new year, but I think for now we're going to keep our captions on the bottom of the screen and then go from there. So appreciate your patience as I get things going. But okay, let me switch over to the other screen now. Thank you for your patience. Okay, and you should be able to see my hands. Hello, and we will get IDITA studies up on the map for folks. Let me just make sure it's the right playlist. Yeah. Oops, wrong song. All right. So we said we're going to do about an hour. Let's do like an hour and 15. So that means if we do 2 sessions, and then we'll do a separate one for things, and then we'll do travel mode. All right. Give me 1 second to bring up the game. Actually, let me see something. I don't want to cover my little skull panda's face. She kind of chills out today. Alright. Let's see. Alright. And then, let's see if we can get these little cats on the screen. Right now it's a chaotic bundle of kittens. We've got so many little friends doing things right now, so we're gonna make them itty bitty. There we go. Alright. Let me transition fully. Oh! I think my captions disappeared when I was talking. That's so funny. It wouldn't be a stream with me if there wasn't a little bit of chaos in terms of shenanigans. I think they'll come back in a second, though. There we go. They're coming back. Alright. I'm also going to give shout outs to some of my Pinecone friends are currently streaming right now. So I do want to flag that for folks in terms of shout outs. So if you aren't following Ty, you should go check them out. They're super dope creative. Is currently co-working, but does a lot of really cool games and stuff too on streams. So you can't go wrong in terms of checking them out. They use they, them pronouns. And they're just a super cool person, so she, they pronouns, excuse me. But yeah, Ty is super cool. I appreciate them. And then I'll also give a shout out to Gia. Gia uses they, them pronouns, but they're also really dope creative that you can follow for co-working in lots of games and things like that too. So, you know, it's lit. Okay. For today's co-working, like I said, it's going to be a bit more chaotic because I just need to deconstruct my project. I also need to respond to some messages and things and just get some stuff done. I'll be co-working on and off today, and I have some meetings I need to get to. So either way, it's just a Monday. Mondays are the days where I'm like, all right, I got to get stuff done. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's definitely that time of the year though where people are trying to like really get stuff done. Like they're just trying to speed run to the end of the year. So I'm not necessarily like mad about it, but it's definitely like chaotic. And I'm just sitting here like, all right, doing the thing. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little quiet because, like I said, I'm just going to respond to some messages. And then, like I showed y'all, this pattern came out pretty decently well. I'm pretty proud of how it looks. So I'm just going to tear this down today and just see if I can make it look decent like the final design. But if I still screw it up a little bit, don't be mad at me. I promise. Let's see. Messages, thinking, thoughts. Also, let me get Gia a shout out too. Let's see. Sorry for being a little quiet again. Just trying to, like I said, send these messages. Ugh. I need all my co-working girl poppies to stream together, right? And hi, Ella. Welcome in. I'm actually down for that. Like, in all seriousness, Ella, welcome back from the ads. And y'all should go follow Ella. Like, I am tempted to just put in our Pinecone stream chat that, like, if folks genuinely want to stream together, like, just in general, even if it's unplanned, I'd be down, actually. I genuinely do mean that. Just so we could all be, like, supporting each other. Maybe that's something, I know we have the meeting tonight, Ella, but maybe that's something we could talk about as an opportunity for all of us to, like, do stuff together. I did a stream together cohort before, and it's just really good. Yeah, I think it's just a really good opportunity to be able to, like, collab and work with people. Of course, like, I don't want to put that expectation if folks don't want to, but I know I'd be down to actually make it happen personally, so. Sorry, I'm like locking in on these messages. Okay. Let me see. Of course, it's just hard to try and support everyone, have like 5 streams open, everyone co-working, and it's like shared chat will be nice since everyone's just co-working. But I understand the bot aspect of it. It gets messy having all the bots go off. Yeah, and I agree too. I think it's something, like I said, I want to talk through and think about because, like, that's the thing with me because, like, I mainly do follow a lot of people who co-work earlier in the week. So I try to like keep people lurking when I'm trying to get stuff done on like streams and everything. But I definitely understand what you mean, where like sometimes it can be a little too much in regards to shenanigans and everything. So I definitely understand what you mean too in regards to that. It's definitely a conversation piece I'd love to talk about, because it would be cool, for example, for folks who do like group co-working, if there can be, for example, with the shared chat, like maybe having it to where the task list is shared amongst everybody, kind of like people have their individual like task lists that they have, but also to where like people can either share the community task list or even have like a group, like a graphic or something that folks can have together, like a co-working thing. Even like, I know we're like a stream team, but it'd be cool to be like a pine cone collab co-working stream or something like we've done before. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but I definitely get what you mean for sure. So, and apology I took a second to respond. So, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I definitely had some things that I think we're gonna have some good times working together, Ella, in terms of shenanigans. I like how you think, so I appreciate you as always. Like for real. Alright, I think I have done some things. Alright, let me see. Am I missing any other things that I forgot to? Oh, I forgot. I gotta do that Zenless code. For those of you who don't know, I play Zenless Zone 0. And I need to like make sure I use some codes that I think will expire. I want to say today. Hopefully I didn't miss the opportunity. Okay. Let's see. What am I missing? So let me make sure I've got everybody's thing up. I really am grateful that we have more co-working streams things though. Sincerely and truly. Okay. Let's go. Thank you for this dream streak, Ella. Appreciate you. Also, the one thing that was kind of like interesting, that was funny in regards to shenanigans was like, sometimes like my mom will watch with family like Disney videos and stuff, or at least like theme park videos, and she got so annoyed because we ran up on one that we caught pretty quickly that was actually just an AI generated video of like one of the parades at one of the theme parks, and it was just wild. Her face was so disgusted. She was just like, I hate everything about this. And that's why, like I said, in my family, it's certified we don't like generative AI in this house. But it was so jarring to see because I tend to like try to be like, of course, like I say all the time on streams, I don't use generative AI. I don't plan to. I don't use ChatGPT or anything like that. I do know that there are plenty of ways in which artificial intelligence is used, like the spam filters you get on different applications and stuff like that. But genuinely speaking, they can be really how do I put this? Like, I don't use generative AI in the sense of the impacts it has on artists or humans in regards to just that aspect of it, if that makes sense. As in, I don't really support the ways in which we can take like artistry from people, as I've said many a time on streams, and just do stuff. When, as people say, just pick up a pencil, learn to craft, do what makes sense in that way, you know? So when my parents saw it, I was just like, oh, yeah, that's a thing. And she was just so like, why would you do that? And like, me and my siblings had to be like, well, people do stuff like that. Unfortunately, what sucks, and her face was just like, ugh, I don't like that. So Amasi is not a fan of generative AI, as I am not either. So it's very very telling in regards to things. And my plug for the day is, you know, be creative without doing that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So just do your thing without all the rigmarole of that. Exactly. So all right. Also, there's going to be an ad soon, so if you're not subbed, you'll be back soon. I'm finna deconstruct this project. Let me see how to tie this up. Oh yeah, and I gotta send that last message I've been wanting to send for a while now. Let me see. I still gotta print out these and cut up these cardstock pages for some of the patterns I want to do that I've showed y'all. Just haven't had the moment to do it yet, but I'll probably do it sometime today since I plan to be getting a lot of my to-dos done. And then, of course, I've been intending some things lately that I will say, going on these tangents that I've been going on about, like, this year and wrapping up stuff. I think I'm definitely in a season where, like, again, I'm cutting the cords on a lot of stuff and figuring out that my decision to leave some things behind in regards to what I need to do and don't need to do anymore are very much a thing now. So I'm really proud of myself. It's bittersweet, but welcome back from the ads. I've started going on a tangent about just getting confirmation that sometimes in life you just know you need to leave certain spaces and just, like, cut the cord on some things. Yeah, exactly, Ella. It's very freeing. It basically gets to a point where, like, in some spaces, I've just had to kind of just realize that people didn't want me there, or when I am there, they don't really listen to what I'm saying. So unless I'm affirming them or their ideas, they're not really trying to support me. And I'm not saying that, like, we shouldn't... oh, that's a chime. I think that's for the break, yeah. And I think we're gonna do the next 30 minutes and go. See, throw hands. I appreciate you, Ella, not my black queen. Yeah, I mean, I think it's that thing where I just realized, like, and this has been a thing which, you know, my astrology tangents, but, like, it's just been a thing where I feel like this year really forced me to close out the cycle on a lot of stuff that had been bothering me about spaces I had been in, and just being honest with the fact that, like, some people just genuinely did not care for my presence, and that the mistakes that I made, and I can admit I've made mistakes, are just where people feel the need to be disposable. And that's why I very much, in terms of my, again, I'm not a political streamer, however, I do have a politic and I do pay attention to civil and human rights. There's just certain spaces where I realize, like, people dispose of folks. They don't really give them the space to be human. And I think that's where I've had to cut the cord on a lot of stuff, where it's just kind of like, you don't really value my time. You either value what I can do for you and what you want, and not, like, about the collective and or me as a human. And I'm just not here for that. So I'm very proud of myself. Hi, Di. Welcome in. It's lovely to see you. Your little emote is so cute. Hi there. Let me give you a shout out. I'm trying to, like, fix my thing a little bit. I'm trying to, like, cut this pattern down. I just need to, like, you know, find the page that'll tell me how to do the closing of my pattern. But welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm just riffing about, like, life, or I'm in a season of just kind of letting folks go and kind of leaving some spaces that I just realized were not conducive to me anymore. But y'all should go follow Di. If you don't, they're a really cool streamer. I really appreciate being mutuals with them. They do some great things, you know, for the internet. I love their commentary. So if you're looking for another dope streamer to follow in this space, you should go follow Di. But welcome in again. I'm currently finishing up my lace bobbin project in terms of things. I really do like your posts though, and everything too. So I've been wanting to lurk on your streams because I do like when, like, mutuals and stuff. I try to, like, not peruse, but, like, check out when people posting about, and, like, I'm like reading people's posts along with trying to stop by their streams if I can to lurk. So I did want to say that particularly for you. I do appreciate it. But yeah, please go check out Di if you haven't had a chance to. I think you'll enjoy it. It's hard finding your people, especially people who uplift you the way you uplift others. It can be exhausting being the only one who's giving, or maybe you're giving like 80% and others don't step up and match that energy. Yeah. I want to do crafts so bad. You're inspiring me. Oh, you should for sure. Yeah, Di, like I started learning lace actually about almost 2 years ago. It's been 2 years for me, so about a year or so ago now. I have been a crocheter on and off for a few years now, and then I started learning lace because I actually found a YouTuber I really like who does crafts. So I decided to take a course, and I have never regretted it since. So hey, you know, I think you should do it. I think you'd be great at it. I think crafts are always a lifelong thing, and if you ever need any like tips or any like information about how to get started, I'm happy to. I don't gatekeep my crafts. And if anything, I'd love to see more folks craft, especially like BIPOC, queer, and disabled folks, in terms of just across the intersections. Like, I haven't found other black lace bobbin makers, but I know they exist out here in the world. I'll dabble sometimes, and thank you. See, yeah, for sure, and no pressure, of course, in terms of that too. I just always try to be a resource in terms of things, because I think it's really cool to see people, like, I get inspired by folks, and I appreciate that. If I can be inspiring, that means the world to me in terms of folks being able to be their best selves and have some fun. I've definitely been butthurt around those situations because I give so much sometimes that when I don't get matched, I'm like, why am I wasting my time and energy? At the same time, the logistical aspect, there shouldn't be an expectation there's a quid pro quo in relationships. I know when I fill someone's cup, they won't necessarily fill mine and might take that energy elsewhere. It still hurts though, and I really want to find a crew that cares about me the same way. Ella, I'm shaking your hand in solidarity. I feel like the fact that we're teammates and we met this year, I so appreciate you, because I felt the same way for a very long time, and I 100% agree with you. You do not have to be done ranting. You're welcome to share all your thoughts and tangents with me as I'm co-working and stuff, or just in general for my streams. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, because I felt like that for a long time. Like, one of the things that I don't mind sharing on the stream that I genuinely hope, especially as a black woman, is that, like, I know, like women in general, we are very much conditioned to take care of everybody but ourselves. And, like, especially as a black woman, I've been really, really doing the inner work, especially for, like, this decade, in my 20s and 30s, to really, like, revise my relationships. Because to your point, like, I want to give, like, love freely. I'm a lover girl, so I don't really want to, like, give up on that. I don't know if I'm a people pleaser when I have to go above and beyond people to like me, but I'm like, damn. Yeah, like, I think just relationships don't have to be this hard. Like, no, I understand being in my 30s now that, like, some people are just not in the space right now, or they just don't have the means to be able to take care and, like, give freely because they've been traumatized and hurt, and I totally get that. At the same time, I'm definitely in a space where, like, people have taken advantage of the fact that I didn't have the best boundaries. And I think the thing that happened for me was that when I decided to take my energy back, instead of giving like 80 or 90 when someone's giving me 10, like, unfortunately, a lot of those relationships fell by the wayside, which, you know, unfortunately was bittersweet, and told me, like, this person benefited from me, like, not really having the best boundaries, and for me to just love them so much where I would kind of ignore some of those signals of, this person's not really going to invest in me the way that I'm investing in them, so I need to take my energy back and invest it in folks who, you know, want to hang out with me, want to, like, help each other grow in terms of goals, and is going the same direction in life type of thing. So I definitely resonate and I get it. I've had to learn a lot of those lessons too, because I think while it was hurtful, I think it was really good for me to realize that, like, you can still do what you gotta do and still care about people and, like, have your boundaries, and also not be disrespected too. I think you can still be soft and strong. I definitely, like, want to champion for that type of mentality, because that's how I live my life, where, again, I love humans, I love people at their best, and I have to take people at whatever they're showing me at the time. So if someone just doesn't have what I need when I'm going through something, I don't, like, automatically hate them. Maybe they're just not the person who can give or help me in that moment, and that doesn't mean I can't be friends with them. But sometimes I think too, that's why I'm a slow burn, where I just genuinely think for relationships it takes two people investing in each other and being honest and open in terms of communication, and like, really spending the effort to do that regardless of your age. So I definitely get you on that for sure. It sucks because, again, with me, it was like the folks I'm talking to, like there's a lot of good being done, and I'm not saying they're not helping and supporting the world in the way they are, but it's more like I want to be in more spaces where people are like, hey, see, let me put you on some opportunities, or hey, see, I know you made this mistake, but I want to help you grow. Like, I genuinely just want to be around people who care enough about me to want to help me out. Because I think I've been in spaces more people want to take advantage of, like, where I am outside of streaming, and also just, like, get something from me without really getting anything out of it. And I'm not saying, again, I won't help people, because I just will. I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't really mind. It's just, it can be exhausting pouring from an empty cup like that, when I appreciate, for example, Pinecone, like, it's been rejuvenating being around people who genuinely are just like, hey, like, let's just hang out, let's be friends, let's get to know each other, let's share stuff, like, let's, like, build together. Like, that makes a difference for me and makes me feel safe to kind of be like, okay, these are my people type vibes. Hope that makes sense. So that's why you're fine completely, Ella. So it's also been like I think for me it's been hurtful, because, like, I think people assume that I'm always, like, strong, and that, like, when I'm taking care of business that I don't need any help. And that's also been really hurtful for me, because it's been that stereotype of, like, the strong black woman type thing, and I just don't have the bandwidth to do that anymore. To just always be the friend who's just taking care of everybody with nobody looking out for me. Like, I can't do it. So it's that thing where a lot of my, like, black women and femme friends were all kind of in a similar space of just, we're not going to be people superheroes anymore, because it's dehumanizing, and it's also just, like, really telling. But yeah, so I've never been a girly pot where I have a multitude of friend groups where everyone is a sometimes friend. We only hang out with them in certain situations. Like, these are my MTG friends, these are my video game friends, these are my bar friends. I don't like that. I want an all-time friend companion who wants to hang and do everything together. Like, let's go grocery shopping together, let's body double, let's go for a hike, let's play games. Ella, fam, where have you been all my life? For real, I'm about to, like, you're gonna make me start getting emotional on stream. I'm so serious, because you don't understand. Like, I really wanted, like, a Sailor Moon crew for the longest time, and I know that sounds really freaking corny, but that's the type of girl that I always was. Like, I wanted to be like, where my people at? Like, you're gonna make me cry. I'm so serious. Like, I have always been like that too. And I just was like, I mean, this is fine, but, like, where are my, like, people who just want to do shit together? Even, like, when I think about, like, getting married and, like, if I can find my partner, I deadass was like, I want my girls trip, like, my they and them's trip. Like, where are my people at? I'm so serious. Like, it's been a hot mess in that way, because you're just supposed to be there for people in every season of their life. So I was always just like, I want my Sailor Moon crew, like, deadass. Oh my god, bro. And the fact we're, like, the same age is so... I love you, Elle. Oh my god. You are so cool. Like, yo, we are, though, legitimately speaking. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this year has been on the positive. It has been so, so cool to meet people who, like, I've always wanted to be friends with. Like, the type of people I've been wanting to meet since I was a kid. Because I'm so serious. Like Ella is saying in the chat, I've always had different friend groups. And I don't have a problem with that, because, like, I'm a scientist, but I also like makeup and fashion. But I also, like, taught preschool for a second, but I also was in college. But, like, I was always the person who wanted to be around with people and just do stuff. Like you're saying, Ella, like, if we were closer, for example, respectfully, like, I would be that type of friend, because I do it with my best friend. We literally just, like, hey, you want to just co-work and be on the phone together? And then sometimes we're like, you want to go to the park? Or do you want to go grocery shopping? I don't know. Like, do you want to just do stuff together? And that was always my thing. So I was just so confused. And people were like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, but why? Why don't you want to do that? You're getting me in my feelings, Ella, so badly. Like, I've been looking for friends who just like match like my Sailor Moon group, cause that was my thing. I was like, where are my Moonies at? Like, where are my people? But yeah, I get you. Where have you been all my life? I've been in the South. Been like running around. And it's been the thing where I think some people, like I always say, they interpret me being good about taking care of business and taking care of myself as, oh, she doesn't need anybody, or, oh, she wouldn't want to hang out with me. And I'm like, fam, we haven't even talked. How would you know? That's rough. And for any like person out there, please don't let people typecast you where they don't think you need anybody. Everybody needs somebody. So that's why that's some of my, like, my best friend, for example. I love her because she's been one of those people who's been like, I haven't been the best friend to you. Like, I haven't been that great in some moments in our relationship, and I'm so sorry. And she's genuinely said that to me. Versus some people I've had to cut off, they're just like, oh, well, I didn't think you need anything because you're just so perfect. And I was like, that's so harmful. That is so harmful. Do not ever think that somebody who is who's keeping it together doesn't need help. That's been hurtful to me a lot of the time. People just assume, and I'm just like, man, I know I'm like black girl magic, but dang, like black girl magic needs like, I want somebody to be like, hey sis, you want like a coffee, or like, can I buy you dinner as a friend? Do you need a hug? Like, that's the people that I like being around, because I'm like, dang. Hi Diego, welcome in. No worries, you're not bothering. I'm just yammering about like how me and Ella are similar, and that I love and appreciate them as a human being because we genuinely had needed to be friends sooner in life. But I hope you're doing well. It's lovely to see you. I am currently trying to like, I know I've been like doing various things, but I've been trying to like close up this pattern in this last section before we play some games. But anyway, that's my tangent rant. Like, I've met all types of people in life, so I'm not, again, I'm not saying I'm happy for the things I've had to learn, but like, I'm not a stagnant person. I'm always evolving. And I love how you just said what you're saying, Ella. People are so complex, and so many different facets make them such a unique individual. Like, don't just like me for one thing. I'm so much more than a specific hobby or personality trait. I'm all season girly. I even flow. My moon phases change and tides come and go. I'm not the same person yesterday, a month, or even a year ago. I want people who want to stand by my side despite that. Ella, fam. Yeah, we gonna be good friends. I can tell. Not that I didn't believe that before, but we gonna be good friends. I've been busy with studies and draws, which is why I appreciate my spouse. We've been together since 2011, 2012. Like, the fact that you've been there since middle school and still with me, I'm such a drastically like, huh? That makes me so happy. I'm so happy to hear that. I genuinely do appreciate that a lot, Ella. One, I'm so I love that for you. I cannot like express that enough. And I'm going to say it once we end with the ads too. Like, I'm so grateful to hear when people have a partner who genuinely is going to stick by them through all their changes. Because that means not only you're being loved right, you're being taken care of. And yes, better recognize, like, dead ass. I love that. For real, for real. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Because that's really what it is. And I 100% agree with you. And that I just think that people don't understand that we all change all the time, and I think it's really, really important for people to actually be by people's sides during all those changes as much as possible. Like, I know people can come and go, but I think that permanency in terms of just people willing and wanting to be there matters so much, and everything else too, and aren't like doing weird stuff, if that makes sense. Welcome back from the ads. I'm just commenting a little bit on what Ella's saying in the chat about people being complex and different facets and things. And also, like, again, I'm here for, like, well, I appreciate having a spouse, my best friend. It's healthy to have multiple people who can be there for you, right? It's not good to solely rely on one singular person to get everything you need emotionally from a relationship. So I think having friends in different groups is so important. Yeah, because that's the thing with me. Like, I know one of the things I told myself, because as people know, like, my last romantic relationship was back in 2019. So I told myself back then, and something I've told myself my entire life, to your point, Ella, is that like I wanted to have a good solid, like, this is corny, but when I was growing up, I thought I love Sailor Moon because I like the idea of having like a romantic relationship with my partner / husband, and then having a good set of girlfriends / people of different genders and just friends in general. So to your point, Ella, like I always believed you just needed to be around different people of all walks of life. And like you said, putting the weight of who you are on one person was not my thing, because like I've said on other streams, I grew up in a community, like I'm Black, so like to me, I think a part of being Black for me was like having people to rely on. And not saying everybody had to be my friend, but it was more like I've learned in life that, I'm really grateful to have like my parents and my siblings and like my friends and stuff. And of course, in terms of, like I said back then in 2019, I told myself to really take it slow with everybody, because I think you should just have relationships of all facets. And I think that society really teaches us to only rely on romantic relationships to just be happy. And the bottom line was, like I always tell people, like in a relationship or not, I was always going to be happy because I have community, but I want to find folks and get to know people. And to your point, Ella, like again, kudos. I'm so grateful to hear. I love when people share that their partners have been through all the phases of their life, because that's to me like my thing of, I always think people should have partners who just want to be there for them and all their transformations and genuinely just like look out for them and care about them. Because like I watched the video earlier on Instagram, it was of a Black like TikToker who was talking about like how he's actually going blind, unfortunately, in his eyes. He had surgery on one, and then he was saying he had he was losing vision in one and surgery on the other one, and he's eventually going to lose his eyesight. And he was talking about how, like people say in terms of like disability rights, which is different from disability justice history, but they're connected. And that everybody's going to eventually become disabled. And it's not to wish that upon anybody, it's just that we all age and grow and stuff. So you want people to be around you who are going to be there when stuff is good and bad and everything in between. And similar to you, Ella, like I am the type of person where I'm a woman who wants to grow. Like I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to be the same person I was even yesterday. And like really, like I really want people to be around for all facets of me, not just like when I'm perfect, but also like when I'm, excuse my language, fucking up, and like also when I'm just like on my shit type of thing. Because that's to me what I want to be to my friends, being like, babe, go do the damn thing. And that's why, like, again, it was another thing too where somebody mentioned where it's another Black woman I follow who's a PhD, and like we're saying for those of us like in school and stuff where it's like people don't hype up people's accomplishments outside of weddings, having kids and stuff like that too, which is really problematic to me. I'm not saying those things aren't important, you can't want those things, but it's more like we should hype up people in every season of their life and just throw parties and just celebrate and be like, hey, I see you doing the damn thing. Let's celebrate the fact that you like finished your degree, or you fucking like raised money for this organization so kids could eat or something. It's just a lot of that for me that I'm like, community. Like community is what it is. You will always need community in every part of your life, especially when you start losing people and grief and death happens. Having community makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. So being there during my chrysalis phase and seeing me turn into a butterfly, well, that's such a beautiful thing. Exactly. And that's why like I love like my family and my siblings and like, for example, my best friend from high school and some of the friendships that I've cultivated over the years that I do want to strengthen and stuff, because like it makes a difference. It makes a difference knowing at least like somebody's in your corner rooting for you. And that's why like you see me give love so freely, because like it's knowing that, yeah, I do have a strong sense of self and I would be nothing without the people who poured into me. So that way, when I do see people treating me wrong, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. Like, I can invest my time in other people who are going to give me their time of day and who aren't going to treat me like I'm an option. And respectfully, like, I have enough respect and dignity to be like, I don't need this. I'm going to go. It's cool. It's bittersweet and painful and sucks, but, like, you know, it's fine. So, I always want to learn and grow and be a better person. Statistically, as people get older, they become more conservative and set in their ways. I've never seen more progressive and constantly shifting members. I would argue I was more conservative as a kid because the only people teaching me are family and school. And I have such a huge world where I've lived so many places. I got to travel. I feel like, exactly, Ella. And that's such a thing, too. Because, like, I feel like for me, like, I've had to unlearn so many biases and things because we all have our perspectives that we don't realize are coming from a place of this is just my lived experience up until this point. But fam, I'm the same way. I dead ass some type of person. I'm like, The older I get, the more I'm like, nar. Like, if people can have an easier life than me, I'm totally chill with that. I have no problems with that. Because that's the thing too. Like, even though I haven't been able to live in other places, I've been able to travel. I've been able to go to school, and I look forward to meeting new people through my program. I'm so excited for that, and like, just everything else. So I just like, I think it's just the world is too big for people to just be so closed-minded sometimes, and it boggles my brain. And again, it's like I said a few streams ago, where you're not gonna see me be ageist in the sense of like, oh, lambasting like younger people. Like, I was in my 20s and teens too. I think you need to live your life and like form your opinions and talk to people, of course. So I'm not gonna like chastise people for growing in every facet, in every age and decade for that matter. But I definitely agree with you, Ella. Like, it's so wild to see people who either like choose to just be like, hey, I don't want to change my mind about anything when it comes to people. I'm just going to be in my narrow bubble and close-minded, versus I so appreciate the people I've been exposed to in the community that is just across the world, digitally, in person, or just hybrid, because it's just exposed me to so many different people and walks of life I never would have had the opportunity to had I not just been like, okay. Like, even people like meeting, like being friends with people halfway across the country, or like even in different continents, it's just, it opens your worldview to where I get that, like I said earlier in the stream, unfortunately, like, I've had to cut some ties with people because they just didn't respect me as a person. However, it doesn't make me lose my faith in the way that I know humans can operate if they choose to. It's not perfect. I'm not seeking perfection. It's more of like, we can embody how we want to live this life and be a champion for what we believe in, and still meet people who are like, hey, I'm here for life if you would like for me to be. Like, as long as we keep checking in and, you know, communicating with each other, then yeah, I tell people like, you have a friend for life. And my best friend, who I've known for almost 20 years, can tell you, like, I'm in it to win it type of person. And we just vibe really well. She really gets me on a lot of stuff too. But that's why I'm always open to new relationships, even if like things don't, like, things take time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah. That's why, like, even though I've cried about it and been upset that things haven't worked out in some degree, I'm okay. And that's why I said on my socials, it's like, I'm still gonna follow my dreams regardless. I can get everything that I want to get. And so everything that is meant for me, I'll eventually find. I don't mind if it happens when it's in the timing it needs to happen. But I'd love to support people and to genuinely be there for folks. Which is why I love community. And I don't have to be in the spotlight. It's mainly just about making sure that people know that, like, you being a human right now means something. You being alive right now matters to somebody, even if it's to yourself, because you feel like you're not in the right environments to be appreciated. So please, like, know that your people can find you, like, for real. Because Ella, I'm so serious. Like, I really wish we had met earlier in life. Like, you and everybody in Pinecone. I'm like, damn, where have you people been? Where have you been? So that's why I'm saying, when I say, like, I would have never imagined years ago being a streamer, and now that I am, it's genuinely changed my life because of just the connectivity that you can make when you're just open, being like, hey, are these people gonna vibe with me? So, where have you been, Loka? Oh my goodness. It's so funny how life works like that too sometimes. Like that's why, like, for me, one thing that I've mentioned before is that I've done matching keychains with my closest friends. Like I mentioned my best friend, we have like matching Sailor Moon keychains. So if I genuinely like built with people and I feel safe, I really want to be like, hey, can I have like a trinket that we can both wear, so no matter where I am in the world, as long as I see this, I know like my friend's somewhere out in the world doing some badass stuff and we're gonna hang out and talk eventually. And that just, to me, like, keeps me going, because it's, you know, I love me and I'm gonna do it for like baby me, but I just love people. I love seeing people do the damn thing and have fun. Like, even though I've met people who have just taken advantage of me, it's still never gonna let me not like people. Because, like, you know, you gotta take your time to get to know people. That's why you just, unfortunately, in the world that we live in, you can't necessarily always be too trusting, but, like, no time like the present, though. I'm always like, why didn't this happen sooner? The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now. That's a word. Ooh, that's a word. That's a word. Listen. Because I'm so serious, like, it would be so cool to do, like, matching keychains with more people. That's one of my goals. I know that sounds really cheesy, but I keep, like, keychains and stuff in lanyards. Even, like, buying, like, merch from friends who stream. I genuinely want to do that. Because I just want a piece of, like, somebody who's impacted me, or just, you know, people who I think are really cool, to be like, hey, can I have a keychain of your character that I can hang on my, like, my purse when I'm walking around in the world? It's just little sweet things that make me happy. So, but yeah, I've been the same. Like, I've always, like, I look forward to that, because, like, I always imagine like a wedding that I would put on. Like, I would want my, like, people to be there. You want to make friendship bracelets? I could keep like a Secret Santa thing, but we're making bracelet for the person we pull. Yeah, I'd be down for that. I honestly think too, with some of the lace things, even though I'm not confident in them looking, like, I know for sure I want to be able to make like crafts or stuff. And I would love to do Secret Santa though. Actually, Ella, maybe we should propose that as something. By the way, I would actually want to do a Secret Santa thing. I'm so serious. Like, you feel me? Because, like, it doesn't have to be something really pricey. But you know what I'm saying in terms of, like, Secret Santa things? Or, like, even a gift exchange would be really cool. Even if it's, like, just a card. I'm just saying. Like, I know it's been a rough year for a lot of people, but getting a little gift, even if it's, like, a little trinket, would be really cute. Oh. That would be cool. Because I know, like, people do care packages and stuff. Because I have a couple care packages I'm going to send out the end of the year to some friends that I owe gifts and everything. But, like, I genuinely do want to write handwritten notes to people and reach out to people being like, hey, I actually want to do this. I know I said I would and I didn't get to last year because too many things happened and this year was wild. But I genuinely would like to do that. No pressure, though, of course. It's just stuff that I like to think about. Even, like, for Valentine's Day, like, giving people little, like, gifts. So I know a lot of people have partners and stuff, too. But partnered or not, like, getting friend Valentines from people. I miss that type of stuff from grade school. Because sometimes you just need a reminder that somebody's thinking of you and, like, loves and cares about you type thing. While being respectful, of course, that people are going to have plans and stuff. Like, I know for me, like, regardless of marital status for me, I genuinely just want to, like, I'm gonna buy myself roses for Valentine's Day and my birthday and just really tell myself I love myself, like write myself a note and stuff. But I just do self-care things like that too. Like, I'm a girly where I'm like, I'm gonna pamper myself. So, especially things on Throne and stuff, you could do it safe now. So tell everyone to make a Secret Santa list on Throne for 5 gifts for like $20 and under, then whoever Santa can pick one from there. Won't be as personal, but I think people would be more down if it's a larger community thing. Friendship bracelets would have to be a smaller group of people who would trust each other. Yeah. Which, I mean, to that point, I agree on both. I agree on both on that. Which, by the way, Elle, you do know that with these, I'm probably going to make you one of these next year, right? You know that's coming, right? I can make a friendship bracelet. I got to look into it, but I would be down. I would be down. But you do know you're one of those people I'm going to make one of these for, right? I know your favorite colors now, so that's why I be paying attention to streams and stuff. I be looking for hints on people's streams, being like, what? No, please see. No, listen, nope. That's how that works. I'm so serious. Like, I have all this cotton thread and stuff. So once I actually make more bookmarks and like can make people like scarves, y'all are getting them. I don't know what you're talking about. That was a default gonna be a thing. So sorry, I don't think anyone knows my favorite color. Actually, I think everyone knows. I feel like that's something people should have picked up from you. I don't know why. I feel like I already like default put that in my brain that you like purple. I don't know. I feel like there's friends of mine who just love purple, and so when they like say, "Oh, my favorite color is purple," I'm like, "Nah, that, yeah." So, but I would like do different gradations of purple for a pattern for you. Even like a purple like lace scarf or something. Obviously, like I gotta practice the pattern. That's why I'm doing the torch and lace. But I'd be down to make a pattern for like a scarf for you and other people. Sorry, y'all. I'm making y'all stare at this one thing. I dye my hair purple a lot. I live in purple. I painted part of my house. That's fucking cool, though. I really respect that. Purple's a badass color, though. I'm biased. Like, I don't have a favorite color, but I do love purple, and I do love wearing purple. Like, I think that's the one color I haven't dyed in my hair, actually. But if I gotta say, purple hair is pretty fucking cool. And, like, purple makeup and stuff, dope. Oh, did On Together die? Oh, no. Oh! Dang. Alright, let me... Okay. I don't know if the lobby's gonna open back up. If it does, I can jump back in. The lobby did definitely die, though. Oop. Oopsie. Let me remove some of the bungle cats. And sorry, I still cannot find how to close this pattern. So I think I'm just gonna kind of... I guess I'm gonna kind of do a kick it old school. It let me back in. Oh, it did? Shoot. Okay. Let me see if I can log back in the game. I cut it off because it was being disrespectful. Well, not disrespectful, but I cut it off. Oh, because I turned it off because if the lobby kicked us out. I'm like, okay, maybe the lobby's gone now. Oh, it froze. You can't interact. Damn. Yeah, if y'all open it back up, I can load up On Together again. If not, I can just keep Bongo Cats up. That's fine. Y'all know me. You can just ping me on Steam, so I'm happy to jump on, even if I'm not streaming. In terms of stuff, friends and mutuals who got my Steam, like, my, Steam friend code can. Ty might have had an internet hiccup. Oh, okay. Welcome back from the ads. We're just talking about the fact that a lot of us on my stream team, like Ella, myself, Ty, Gia, and stuff like that too, we all do different things. Like we have and Gia of course too. Gia, Ty, myself, Ella, a bunch of us. We all have like different games we keep up when we co-work and stuff together, and sometimes they just glitch out. That's essentially what we've been talking about. We were in an On Together lobby in the library. Myself, Ella, and Gia, and I think the lobby died because I think Ty's internet might have had a hiccup, as Ella's saying in the chat. For those of you who are behind the ads, and I'm just still looking for how to close this pattern. Oh shoot! I'm staring at. Okay, I'm supposed to braid the ends. All right, let me see if I can do that. Let me do this here. Extend this side here. Also, Ella, since you're in class, I'm actually gonna maybe hit you up about like I'd actually want to have some set study days with folks who are in school right now, since I'm going back January 5th, and I'd love to just know people's schedules to be like, hey, do y'all want to do like study days together? Respectfully, because I have to take a biostats class actually in like a couple weeks for my coursework. So I'd love to, but no pressure, of course. I don't want to have people, since we're already doing the Korean class, which shout out to Gia for that. I know there's other streamers and friends too who are learning Korean, so I'm hoping to follow back up with them in terms of like where they're at, because I do want to get more immersed into learning languages again in general. Alright, I think we can do... But yeah, it's one of those things that a part of life. I know that people come and go in different seasons, so it's not like, you know, it's not the end of the world of relationships and stuff. It's still just sad, but I think as you get older, it gets a little bit, it doesn't get any easier per se, because relationships still hurt. But I think I'm just at the point in my life where I just want to be around people who always want to grow and be open and be in relationship with people and like want to help their friends and community grow, because that's just how I am. I'm not really trying to just do life without other people. I genuinely just want to do life with folks who are just saying, hey, we only have a limited amount of time on this planet, and there's a lot of life to live too, so let's just walk the same path. That's why I always tell people too, like, if you know, if a relationship needs to end because I'm hindering somebody's path too, I'm not offended by that either. Sometimes people just go different directions. All right, I think I can cut this. Oh, these scissors are hard to use. I don't like that. Let me do these. I found another pair of scissors, so I'm just gonna cut this a little bit. All right, much better. All right, I think I actually might be good enough to where, honestly, y'all, I would be fine giving some of my friends these. This is actually really good. I actually know what I'm doing now. I'm so proud of myself. Ah! We did it. We're doing it. But my thing always is like, please be around people who want to be around y'all. Don't spend time with people who are just being like, there's between people who are like busy and life's just caught up, and sometimes you just need to catch up. Sorry. Like just catch up and reconnect. I have some relationships like that where like sometimes you just both get busy and you just don't have time to hang out. But you know, if like, don't hang out with people who are treating you like an option. And if you haven't found people who are treating you well, where you feel like you're loved and appreciated, sometimes you just need to do your own thing and just walk your own path until you meet people who really value you. And in the meantime, like, lean on the people who value you and get help. Maybe, you know, again, I'm not a therapist, but I always recommend like counseling and therapy too, if you really need that as well. But just whatever you need to take care of yourself is the most important thing. Okay. Yeah, I feel a little bit more confident about my lace. Let's go, me. Yeah, I'll feel good about giving some of my friends these next year. I just might have to get some more colors, which I put that on my Secret Santa list of getting more colors to do different like things for people. Because I like romantic colors for a lot of my like lace stuff. So I know for me as a gift to myself, now that I'm thinking about it, I might make a scarf that is I might make a scarf that is pink and romantic colors for myself. You made a pinecone specific on together lobby? Got it. Okay. Here, I'll jump on it too. I know folks can't see it on stream, but I will load it up in a second. Thank you, Elle. I appreciate you. I know we'll talk about like team up stuff for pinecone, but I definitely want to see what you think I can be helpful with too, because I know you're very much on top of that. But I really want you to know you can lean on me in terms of what we need to make stuff happen for our communities. So any ideas I am open to. And I think we're almost done with my co-working, because I do have something at 7 I have to do in terms of things. But we do want to play a little bit of Umami today. I'm going to finish the game. It's very short in terms of the puzzles. But probably going to switch over soon. I will keep up the co-working games, though, for those of you in the Bongo Cat lobby as well as in On Together. I'm just going to cut these threads first. But yeah, again, it's just one of those things where I realize some people don't value my time. They don't really want to hear what I have to say. They don't value my background or anything. So it just came to a head where it's like, you know what, I'm glad I specifically chose me, and I've met better people since I've decided to go my own way. And sorry for all the sunflower seed like shells. I sometimes eat little nuts and snacks like that, so I'm just like putting them in a little thing to be like, let me just throw those away. But I've just learned in life, you just can't force people to see you or value you. And if you make a mistake, if they dispose of you, then one, that's sad. And two, it just means that there's somebody there who's going to give you back what you've given someone else. Whether it's like someone being kind, or even for school, like I've had such a positive experience with the staff at the school I'm going to for my doctoral degree. They're so kind. And I just really genuinely appreciate that they're looking out for me, even with like little mistakes here and there and stuff that I've done as I prepare for my transition back to school. So it just is really good to know that, like, it might take a while. It might feel lonely for a bit, but you do find people who are going to invest time into you, who are going to like actually treat you the way you deserve. But also, I would behoove people too to know, like, tell people how they need to treat you. Like, tell them, like, you're not going to put up with disrespect. Especially if you are a woman or feminine bodied, or, you know, just across an intersection. Like, don't let people disrespect you. People will. If you give them the opportunity, unfortunately, some people will genuinely push your buttons. And it sucks, but, like, don't let people do you any type of way. You deserve better than that, so. And as they say, it's cliche, but you are the company that you keep. So if you're around people who don't value human life, it will reflect in some of the behaviors and things you might be around, versus, like, if you have people in your life who are willing to be with you and are willing to be there for all your seasons, that's a gift to me that you don't take for granted that. Okay. So I need to pull this out just a little bit. All right, let me. Oh, no, I knew I was going to wrap that up in the worst spots. Oof. Okay. All right. I think this is pretty decent. Oh, one more. Yeah, not too bad. I could be a little bit cleaner on the ends, but for the most part, this is probably the cleanest torch and lace pattern I've done. So I'm actually genuinely really proud of myself right now. Let me see where I am on the timer, though. So I'm just kind of like moving that stuff over there. What did we... Oh, we've got 3 minutes. Okay. So this is probably just getting towards the end of the session. So sorry, y'all, in terms of the break. I think after this break is over, I'm going to switch this over to Umami. So I will pull up this pattern, and then I will get us prepared for that. I know we said about an hour to an hour and 15. So yeah, I've been shooting for about an hour and 30. So I think we've done pretty much that amount with the breaks and stuff too. But of course, if folks want to take the extra time to co-work and body double with me as I switch the games, because this is going to be a light game. I don't think Umami, from what I've seen, is too heavy. It's a very like cute, adorable puzzle game. And again, shout out to the developers. Again, I requested a key and they gave me a key to be able to play the full game. And right now it launched on Steam today for anybody who's interested. I do believe the game is just about like, I want to say $13. But it has about, I want to say, 12 to 14 puzzles. And I like the style of the game, which is what attracted me to it. I do like puzzle games a lot. Like I was talking with Diggy the other stream. I'm a big fan of like Mr. Driller Drill Spirit, and I played Pokemon Puzzle League. So a lot of these cute looking games I tend to enjoy. I know some people don't like these types of puzzle games because, for example, I played Is the Seat Taken, which I will finish that game and give away a copy of that. But yeah, looking forward to playing this game because, like I said, I love puzzle games. I might not be the best at them and will take maybe a long time, but puzzles are fun. They can be fun. So let's see. Where are we going with this? All right. Like when you get to your 30s, or just in general, it doesn't even have to be an age-specific thing. But it's really emotional intelligence and developing the ability to like just walk your path in life. That's why I'm just not egotistical in the sense of just not knowing that I, have a lot to learn still. But I think it's really important, again, to have people around you who are going to keep your head in the right direction or who are going to call you out on stuff. Because that's the other thing, too. Usually the relationships I have with people, I don't have close friends who aren't willing to be honest with me about, like, hey, this really hurt my feelings or all that type of thing. I know I've had, unfortunately, relationships that I had to end because I think people sometimes do just want people who are going to tell them everything they want to hear all the time. And this is not to say that you should be the type of person to tell people how to live their life. I think if you're berating somebody who didn't ask for your opinion, is not a good thing to do, respectfully. But more so, because I'm somebody who is always evolving, I've always had friends or close friends who were very much like, hey, what can we do to take care and support each other and like actually like move on our goals and achievements? And also, sometimes it's not always about being ambitious in the capitalist sense, but more so like, how can I just be a better person to you in relationship to you? And what can we do to support each other? Like, how can we be accountable to each other type thing? That's all. Because a lot of people sometimes won't care. They won't. Like, there's different types of friendship levels. Not everybody has to be your best friend who knows your every undenying secret and everything like that. That's just not how things go. But I think it's really important to know and discern, like, who's really, like, here for you, and, like, spend the time to do that and not to rush into anything that doesn't feel right for you versus thinking, oh, like, this person's not got anything to them. Because that's why I don't really like the language people use sometimes where they call people NPCs. I think that type of language is very problematic personally. Everybody has a complexity to them. I just think some people get indoctrinated to think a particular way without unpacking, like, who told you to think that way or why do you think that way? Type of vibes. Of course, this is not saying be kind to people who are being complete bigots. I think that with everything in life, if you have a very strong opinion about something that's problematic, well, you can deal with the ramifications of you being problematic type of thing. And the ads are starting, so I will just keep taking the things out, and then we'll switch over. Ugh. I'm glad I actually nailed these down, but it's always a chore to like lift these up out of the pattern. Oh! Mm-hmm. Let me see. Oh, all right. How we doing? How did I miss all these things down here? I might have to cut a new pattern of this. I noticed the... Welcome back from the ads. You haven't missed much. I'm just taking more of this pattern out of the original thing. I might have to... So I have cardstock of these patterns and stuff too. Like, this is from the original time I did these things, but I might have to actually cut out some more. I wouldn't have a problem. I just need to, like, do that. I just need to go ahead and do it tonight. I think I might do that, actually, because today is just a working day. Like, Mondays, because they're the beginning of the week, are not weeks I want to do too much. If I can't afford to push something off, I will. But, I mean... But, yeah. Okay. Then I saw the screen has already shifted to where we're pretty much done. So, again, I will be switching off for co-working. I'm going to play Umami. But for those of you who want to hang around, you're welcome to body double and do stuff since it's taking longer anyway. But if you want to scamper, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like I said, that's my rant of the year. Not even rant of the year. I'm probably going to be ranting a lot because we're in reflective mode for the rest of the year. But again, find community is really important. Finding community, always being open to finding friends, finding people who are going to walk in life with you, no matter how old you are, in your 20s and your 50s. Find people who are just who are on the same path. Some people, as they say, are only around for a season. Some people you'll meet later in life. Some people you'll meet earlier in life, and they stick with you for the rest of your life. It's really interesting how being a human is interesting to me. You just never know what can happen. Never know who you can meet, never know who you can talk to, and just know when it's time to leave. Because like I've said before, I've been in plenty of spaces where people really are happier when I dim my light or prioritize what they are doing, and I'm not doing that. Not at all. I've learned, I need to take care of C. C's got to be around people who want to take care and look out for me. I can take care of myself. It doesn't mean I don't want people to look out for me, though. Two different things. In the end space, as they say. All right. I think we're almost done. I'm so proud of this. This is probably the best torch and lace pattern I've done, which means like once I cut out these other patterns, I'm looking forward to 2026. So bad. We did it. I need to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look when I took my lace bobbing classes and have my anniversary. I'm going to have to do something to celebrate every year. Along with I need to figure out when I played Final Fantasy XIV. I need to have anniversary days so I can do special things for that. Oh, yeah. Like, I'll get a little cake or something or a tea and celebrate, like, when I reach these milestones, like a year or 2 years or 5 years of a craft. Yeah, that'd be really cute. I think I'm going to do that. But yeah, just... don't stay in places where people are making you feel bad for being who you are. You should never be made to feel bad for who you are. You should have people who want to be like, hey, this person's cool as shit. I love them. Give them this opportunity, run them their money, do some dope things. Yeah. Hey, we did that. Let's go. Looks good. Yeah, I think for the most part, there is some stitching that I need to work on. Like the top of this is a little off. Probably can't see that in the camera. But overall, like, my stitches look pretty decent. I think I just need to fix when I pull in the thread at the top. So we'll keep doing torch and lace along with the fans and spiders. But I think if we can do one more fans and spider, and like really nail that, I'll definitely move on to some of the more complicated patterns. Which I think there are a couple of torch and lace patterns where you can do like hearts and different types of motifs, like different things within the pattern that I want to learn. Because I'm hoping next year, along with putting some of these in my Hobonichi, if I can make scarves people, like I said, I think I also want to, like, I think there's like scarves and blankets you can make with cotton perline, I'm assuming. So I'm going to try to do that. So I'm actually really proud of how that looks. But okay. So we're going to switch it over now. Before I do that though, let me log into the On Together lobby really fast. We leveled up. Awesome. Let me head back to the room for a second. We're going to switch to the just chatting stream so I can get the game up, but then I'm going to keep my co-working things up too. So y'all know how this goes. This is like an intervention for me before I go back to more co-working and stuff. That's why I love my co-working streams. But let me switch things over. All right, let me shut this down. And then let me see. I'm just rereading your message, or gonna reread your message again, Ella, in terms of the Pinecone specific on together lobby. Because I'm thinking it should let me do this. Let me pull up Umami first. Pull up that first. 'Cause I think I changed up the UI for the game. Let me see. Oh, I did. My bad. I didn't mean to lie. Okay, let me do windowed. This game is so cute. Oh my god. I'm so grateful I get to play this for y'all. Okay, before I switch it to the game though, let me actually say goodbye with my usual wave, since that's gonna be my routine now, where you say bye to my hands. Alright. Oh, did I turn my camera off by accident? Oh no, I didn't. Lol, never mind, ignore me, I turned off the game. But yeah, say goodbye to my hands. I'll be back probably later this week. If we have to cancel, I'll let y'all know. But yeah, I'll be back. I have a new set of nails I'm looking at that I'll share with y'all. But for now, we're gonna keep my nails. I'm gonna grow them out a little bit longer and shape them out and clean them up a little bit, and then we're gonna put them another set for the holiday season. But either way, say goodbye to my baby hands. I'll be back another time, and now we're gonna get to gaming. Let's go to the just chatting screen for a second as I get things set up. Thank you for your patience. I will turn off the bongo cats on stream, but I'll still have it up. Or actually, you know what? I'll just keep it up. Why not? I don't think I can even take it off. I'll keep them little cats up, saying hi to everybody. All right. Let me turn this off. Turn that off. Let me. Oh, I should probably change the category. Should do that. There we go. Let me. What was I about to do? Oh my goodness gracious, my brain just completely left for a second. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Sometimes I just be thinking too much and then my brain just stalls. Alright, there might be a little bit of white space. Hope that doesn't bother too many people. If it does, Isawi, you'll be alright, I think. Maybe, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yeah. Alright, I think we're good. Let me switch over to the gaming screen again. Thank you so much for your patience. Alright. You all should be able to see the settings that I created for the game. I did turn down the volume just a little bit. Let me know if it's not loud or loud enough for folks watching. Oh, I would do that. Lol. Moving things around. And then let me get the on together lobby before I play the game so I can have that up for the Pinecone friends. I'm so glad I got more terabyte for my PC so like I can actually do multiple things with friends and people I love, because I'd be so sad if I can do it. All right, let me see if I can find. Okay. Ella, I don't know if you're still there or not, but I'm probably gonna head towards an on together, the library again. But no pressure. I'm just gonna pick my little character over here. That library is really cute. And then I'm gonna play this for an hour and a half. I do plan to complete the entire game if I can, because again, it's a cute little puzzle game, and you can't go wrong with cute little puzzle games. So that's just me right now. All right, but I'm gonna set my little character. Oh, actually, let me see. Since we're gaming right now, let me put my little character gaming too. Okay. And then all right, there we go. Got my little person right over there. All right. I think we are ready to go. And again, once again, thanks to Mimmox. I hope I am not saying their name right. If I am, wrong. I apologize. But thank you so much for the key to play this game. Again, this game just launched today, so I got access to play it on launch day since things have lifted. So shout out to the developers and folks. It's a really cute game they've been working on for a few years. All people, all humans working on stuff to make it happen. So I hope folks will enjoy me playing this game and finishing it up on stream. If we don't get to all of it, which we probably won't today because this is about 48 hours, I'm hoping to finish the game as like an intermission game too. And of course, like, I like to replay puzzle games, so knowing me in terms of the graphics and what I've seen from the package that I got in terms of being able to play, I think I will really enjoy replaying this game a lot too. But for now, we're gonna dive into it. So let's see, perfect patty, a juicy double beef burger with melted cheese and crispy bacon served in a soft golden bun. Okay, this game does give me the feeling there's a store, I gotta remember the name of them, but they make really cute like animal craft, like animal like stickers. I have a scarf from them and a couple other things, but if I remember the name of the store, I will share out with them. I have been working on trying to develop a widget, or at least in my brain, I want to develop a thing to flash up different shops that I have, small businesses that I support. But this game reminds me of that small business. I just don't remember their name. Where they just have really cute wares and like animal-based merch you can buy. Okay, so rotate the camera, hold the right button or use A and D, zoom in, scroll with the mouse wheel, and use WS. Press tab to open and close the solve puzzle reference. To rotate a piece, hold and scroll the mouse or use Q and E. Place the objects by dragging them onto the empty magnet square. When a piece is placed in its correct position, it will shake and snap. Oh, that's cute. Okay. So you can either use your mouse or the keyboard. So I guess on a Steam Deck, this wouldn't be hard to technically use in terms of the controls. I'm just going to use my mouse to see how I feel about it, but if it's too unwieldy, I'll switch to keyboard and mouse. So, okay. Hold the right to rotate. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Rotate the camera is the right mouse button. Tab is to open the puzzle reference. The rotate, grab it, and dragging it. Okay. All right. Just to make sure. Okay. Interesting. So essentially the premise of this game is that it's a puzzle game with 3D pieces. So as you can see, you have to reconstruct the you have to reconstruct what it looks like based on just getting the view of it, which is going to be so interesting. Okay. Let me see if I can start from the back. Like, is there a little butt piece that would be helpful for me right now? I feel like there might be a little butt piece. Maybe? No? And then instead if it's the right spot, it'll snap, which that means I'm not anywhere close. But the game looks really cute. I think the graphics remind me of like stylized games back in the day. But that's just me. All right, let me see. It's like, oh, that's here, right? Wait. Okay. So maybe not there. Oh, whoops. Me pressing all the things. Like I said, I don't know why I gravitated towards puzzles. I didn't even really do puzzles. Like, what are those things I'm thinking of? Like, you know how people do puzzles with puzzle pieces? Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. I never did stuff like that. I think I did occasionally. But I think I like puzzle games in the sense of ones you can play on the computer, so that probably influenced me to some degree. I don't know if folks remember, for example, what game am I thinking of? Not Minesweeper, but games like that, I guess. I also played the pinball game, if anybody remembers that from the 90s. I did do that a lot. That was a lot of fun. Also, if any game developers are out there, you should definitely make more games like that. Actually, hold on, I forgot to add something on one of my bots. Give me just 1 second. And just a heads up, y'all, I am keeping updating Ko-fi links for supporting mutuals and friends in terms of things. So one I do want to add is support Toko, who I'm going to give a shout out to as well. So folks have various needs and things they need to take care of. So if you have any spare, like, extra excess income, please feel free to support my friends and mutuals. Of course, if you don't, please don't feel like you should. You know, take care of yourself first and foremost. But yeah, just want to make sure people know that those are options. Where did my menu go? I was about to say, like, what happened? All right, there we go. But yeah, I don't know. I gravitated towards puzzles eventually. I think they're always going to be, they're just fun to do sometimes when I just don't feel like being too heady, I guess. No. Okay, I know this cat goes in the back. Oh, so I got that right. Okay. Okay. Let me see the tutorial again. Okay, you have to put it down and rotate it that way. Okay. So I was like, wait a minute. What am I doing wrong? So that it's not the game developed. It's just me. It's just me being goofy. Okay. Wrong button. All right. So there's a cat there next to some pickles. No, that doesn't fit. Where can this go though? Okay, so this has to go in the back somewhere. All right, let me see. Oh, nice. We got it. Okay, cool. There's more purpley things on the back and like sides. Maybe. I know I don't go there. I'm just trying to like spin it around to see. I don't know. But again, I think puzzle games are always going to be fun for me. I think I just like a game that lets me just chill out and vibe. I don't have to do too much, honestly. I want that to go there, but that's not where it goes. Maybe it's this top piece? Nope. Oh. Maybe it is by the cat. Hold on. Let me see. Let me take you for a second. Ugh. Like, let me move these. Nope. Nice. All right. So we've got some of the back of the sandwich. Let's see. Well, I know this is not going to go here because this is the front. I just don't know why it's not sticking. It's supposed to be at the top here? Welcome back from the ads. If I missed the ad break, I apologize. We've just been getting used to the controls for the game. Okay. Well, then, now that I see that, maybe that's why that doesn't fit. Because I'm thinking this goes, like, here. Or maybe it's just higher up. Oh, wait, what? Oh! Okay, okay. All right, all right. I see we're cooking with grease. I see we're cooking with grease. All right, but, okay, yeah. I needed to go a little higher. Okay. All right. We're getting it. C's getting it. All right. Cool. 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 Okay. Let's see. So there's a lot of green and purple pieces on the front and back of the sandwich. So maybe if we like stack some a little bit, we'll like find the ones that go on the bottom. No. Maybe not. We've already got the front of it. Sorry. Why does this go back? Oh, okay. I need to go a little bit higher. Got it. No. Let me see. Oh, wait. That looks like the front of a face. Hold on. Wait a minute. Baby cat. No? Because I thought that was the front of a thing. Hold on. I will say, even though you can rotate it, I feel like using keyboard and mouse actually kind of does make sense a little bit. It's not a bad thing. I just think for me, my brain's just like, how do I rotate it forward? I think it's just take me some get used to in terms of things. And other things though that came up like that I was intrigued by was it was so interesting that the topic of, so I do feel bad for this creative. I think they were just asking a question because the Game Awards came out, and for those of you, you know, who are streamers, you know, as well as gamers. For those of you who don't, because I don't want to assume everybody who follows me is a gamer or into the streaming thing. Right now it's the annual streamer awards, and basically certain games get nominated, right, in terms of things. But they made a comment saying that, you know, where are all the black women streamers? And I don't think they meant to ask that question in a sense of, oh, they're not paying attention type of way. I think they were asking because of the fact that, you know, there weren't a lot of people, I guess people were expecting. And of course, like a lot of streamers based on the different intersectionalities are underrepresented in a lot of ways. And that's just, you know, the reality of things. But it was really cool to see the community say like, hey, like, you know, we're going to support our people. Here's some great folks to follow. Because that's the thing that I think is really critical in the streaming space, along with this conversation of making friends, is that I think people genuinely sometimes underestimate the importance of community building and that like intentionality. And what that means is like, for example, for me, like I follow streamers that intrigue me. So seeing the streamer awards, I don't guess how they get upset about who gets nominated or not, because one, I'm not, no shade, I'm not really paying attention. I think awards are great. So shout out to my friends, for example, mutuals who got nominated for Disabled Content Creator Awards. I think those achievements are really, really cool. Oh, you can, oh, that's so cute that they made the little food that you can touch. That's so cute. But I guess my thing is, like, I think people should be recognized for the amazing stuff that they do. So I'm not against like recognition in award shows. I'm not against that. I do know though that unfortunately, like a lot of different types of streamers are underrepresented, whether it's like people based on racial identity and like, you know, folks who are LGBTQ identified or disabled, or like just different types of marginalization or different types of statuses, essentially, or a different type of identity markers in terms of ways that we could talk about it. So I think for me, as somebody who is a black streamer, for example, like I intentionally go out of my way to find other streamers who are black, like to look for them, to build community. That's why, for example, shout out to Brown Girl Gamer Code. Like I'm a huge fan of Brown Girl Gamer Code and like people who are part of that. Same thing with like being on my Pinecone stream team. Shout out to my teammates as always, where like one of our big values is about diversity. So like I love like folks of all walks of life, and I want to like be around people who are different from me, and also like folks who have similar values in terms of respecting, you know, people from all walks of life and not being like a bigot or a Nazi or something, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was an interesting conversation because for me, for example, like the space that I've cultivated or I have had the privilege to cultivate with people in my community is of folks from all walks of life. Like a lot of people who watch me are, you know, queer identified or black, indigenous, or a person of color, or people who are disabled and everything else. And that just reflects my larger community of people who are just folks from all different sections of the world who really just want people to be loved and appreciated for who they are and care about civil and human rights and those types of things, if that makes sense. So I know some folks might not like it's very intriguing sometimes where people, I know the person who's asking the question wasn't being offensive in the way that they were asking it, but I know some people are disingenuous where they'll be like, well, where are these streamers? And it's like, well, I know sometimes y'all are not looking for these people, and I know you're saying that to be funny. Versus, like, I always say, y'all, like, run your coin and your money and time to people who are putting in the work. I'm not saying I don't appreciate people supporting me, of course. So thank you all for being here and everything. I will always be grateful and privileged to be able to, again, to even play games where I get keys and stuff and stream and everything and just yammer about life. But I'm also a big component of just supporting people in my community and not being offended or upset by people's success. Like for me, it's more of like, dang, how do I do what I gotta do? It's like, crap, I need to figure things out, or you know, have my insecurities and doubts and stuff too. But at the end of the day, it's really about remembering that there's so many amazing people doing really cool things that there's enough space for all of us to be in this together and not like yuck somebody's yum, or to, you know, be caught up too much in thinking, oh, we can only have one type of streamer in this space. Because that's why I tell people all the time, like, I don't want to be the only black streamer you follow. Like, I really hope if you watch me that you watch other black people. There's a lot of really cool black women and femmes in the streamer space that came way before I even thought about streaming and will come after me. And I'm not mad about that. I think that's great that there's more black women and femmes who are doing so many cool things in the streamer space. But again, for me, I know I follow other black women and femmes because I think it's really great to see like the diversity of just black women being just cool as shit. Same thing with like content creators or creatives who are like queer identified. Like I again, like seeing other people who are ace and seeing other people who are like bisexual or trans and stuff like that, like just having these really cool creatives do this dope stuff and being unapologetically themselves is really, really important. I know some people are disingenuous being funny, but to me, I'm like, you're missing out. And if you want to be a weirdo, go be weird over there. Cause like I'm having a blast seeing people like remind me of the people I grew up with or are still friends with to this day doing dope shit. So, and obviously with the streamer awards too, like a lot of the games, I think it's the streamer awards and video game awards. The video game awards came out and a lot of the games that I love got nominated for several awards. I know, shout out to Expedition 33. Shout out to the folks behind that game. They not only they sweeped the competition, but I think they got 13 nominations, which is super cool. Love to see it, obviously. But this game is actually really cool. I can vibe up and talk to this. Yeah, Kitty Burger. Yeah, this game is really, really cute. This game is really cute. Like, I love that I can just vibe out and talk and also just do this little puzzle. Like, it's taking me a little bit of a minute to get it, but I ain't mad. It's actually really cute. Why is that one not going there? Am I tripping? Oh, there you go. I was like, I'm missing something. I just didn't rotate it well. There you go. There's the last piece. All right, we got the kitty burger head, and now we got to get the other pieces. All right. But yeah, like, I think Expedition 33, South of Midnight got nominated. I did see that Hollow Knight Silk Song got a couple of nominations. Final Fantasy 14, and then I think the Evilise Chronicles for Final Fantasy Tactics got nominated. Some of the games that I've streamed this year got nominations, which is really cool. And then there's other games that I'm like, okay, that's what's up. So I'm not saying like I have the best taste in games. I'm just saying that I do appreciate that a lot of the games that I do play and stream end up being nominated for awards because they're so good. It's peak fiction, but I mean, it's probably why I'm playing them myself. I just love seeing people being celebrated for what they're doing, though, like, generally speaking. It makes me happy. And of course, y'all, I'm never going to say on stream that if you have feelings of jealousy and envy of other people, that's a bad thing. We all experience that in life. It's really what you do with those feelings that is problematic to me because, like, I know for me personally, I don't get necessarily the same envy and jealousy that, like, some people do where, like, being around somebody who's doing something they think is really cool doesn't bother me because I think it's a reminder of, like, damn, if they can do some really cool shit, then I can too type of vibes. But I understand, like, people cope and deal with their human emotions very differently. So I don't want to shame anybody if you are feeling jealous or envious of somebody. It's really the thing that you choose to do. Like, it's one thing if you're like, I'm jealous and envious of this person because of how they are in life, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, you know, whatever. But it's another thing when you're going to be jealous and envious where you're going to destroy somebody's life type vibes. That's the type of thing I'm like, I can't agree with you on that. That's fairly messed up. I ain't even going to hold you. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Wait, does this go on the front? Dang. Like, basically, find healthy ways to deal with your human emotions is what I'm always going to champion for. Because I think sometimes, like, with the way that we've taught in life to suppress our emotions and not necessarily be honest, I think that sometimes we can get caught up in thinking that, oh, if I can't be, like, sad about where I am in life, or I can't be dissatisfied with stuff. It's like, yeah, you can. Like, it's okay to be honest. Because I've even had relationships with people where they told me, like, dang, see, like, I genuinely, like, really envy the fact that you're so ambitious sometimes. And it didn't upset me for them to tell me that. Or I don't know if they said they envy me, but it's more like they just know that I'm just ambitious sometimes in the way that I am. And they just really admire or appreciate that about me. But what I've had happen, unfortunately, is I've had people who don't know how to deal with their feelings who have taken it out on me, and I'm kind of like, I know you might not like yourself, but I'm not trying to harm you by being who I am. And if anything, it's really crappy because sometimes people will bite the hand that feeds them and do too much and like be mean to people trying to help them, like legitimately help them, and that sucks, like genuinely. But we all experience feelings of envy and jealousy. I think that's a very human thing, and I'm not going to shame anybody for that. It's just part of life. Because to me, it just says that there's something you see in this person doing what they're doing that you might want to do, and you're trying to sort yourself out. And that's okay if you can acknowledge that without, like, I don't know, doing that thing, like I said, where you ruin somebody's life type of vibes. Which I am team don't do that to people. Because you think you want something somebody has until you actually see what that might have entailed for them to do that. And then you realize, like, you don't, not that you realize, but people don't understand that you might envy something of somebody, but you might realize that you actually don't want to be them as much as you think you might. Not because their life is bad, but because, like, you don't know what they walked to get to that point. So really just being healthy about that and being honest and saying, okay, they have something that I'm looking at. And I want that for myself in my own way. So let me figure out a way that I can make myself fulfilled so I can focus on me. Because like I say, if you get to a point where you love yourself to the, which I wish for everybody, where, you know, you can still accept yourself for being flawed and everything, but you still are moving towards your path. Once you kind of figure out what it is you're seeing in somebody that you feel like you're lacking, eventually you're going to get there and, you know, you're going to land and you're going to be like, dang, I love my life type vibes. And it's great. Okay, I had to flip that around. I was like, what is going on? Okay, this is the top of the kitty head. I was like, excuse me. Where are we? Where are we going? There we go. All right. I just need to keep rotating. So we're pretty close to finishing this puzzle. Wait. All right, wait. There's a missing piece of a kitty head. Hold on. It's this. Yeah. All right. Is it here? Perfect. All right. And then one more piece. No. Wait, maybe? 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 Nope. All right. It's probably this one. No. I think I just have 2 more pieces left, so maybe it's this side. And then here. Oh. No? Maybe? Hold on, let me see. Oh, maybe not. Am I missing a piece? Oh, I am. There's 2. Oops. I was like, fam, what am I missing? I am missing 2 pieces. All right. All right, and then this last one. Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. This game is really well done. This is super cute. Let me see what they do when you finish a puzzle. Oh, little fireworks is so cute. Okay, this is a really cute little game. Card found. Oh, so if you do touch stuff, you get things in game. That's super cute. All right, the ads are starting, so I'm gonna pause for a second. Let me see. Oh, we're waiting. All right, I think. All right, I think. Oh yeah. All right, more Pinecone friends are streaming, so I'm just like staying on people's streams, lurking in the background while we're doing the puzzle. Yeah. Let me check some stuff while we're waiting, though. Again, don't ever feel bad for having human emotions. I think that's real, and you have the right to privacy, so don't feel like if you're going through stuff, you have to absolutely, like, talk about it. If you don't want to talk about something, like, don't. But always, you know, if you feel comfortable, please lend your voice to, like, being seen for what you're going through if you'd like to have that opportunity. All right, I'm just trying to wait for the ads to wrap up and then we'll keep it going. I think we'll be able to go a little bit after 7, but again, if we don't finish this game... Oh, welcome back from the ads. We just finished the first puzzle, so I'll keep it moving now that we're back. But I was just saying also, too, like, please don't ever feel bad for being human. It's okay to feel the emotions that you do. Like, don't be hating on yourself about that. All right, let's move on. All right, Zindan cakes, Chef, Pandaroo, fluffy matcha pancakes stacked like a peaceful, sunrise crowned with clouds of whipped cream. Ooh. All right, what does this one look like? Oh, this one looks cute. Okay. What's on the top of this? Like a little cookie? See. I feel like my strategy is find some big identifying marker on top of the cake so that way my brain can process it a little bit. But we'll just have to scroll around with stuff and see what we land on. Okay, I think the panda is on this one. Yeah. Wait, the panda. Shoot. All right, let me get a little closer. No. All right, we need something bigger. Sorry. I was like, let me see if I can find something that's going to help me actually not screw this up. Oh my God. Oh. What are we doing? All right, I'm missing some of the controls again. Hold on. Oh, ADWS. Let's zoom out. Okay, how do you move? It's Q and E. I keep pressing the wrong thing. Okay, but then I need to find the panda. I'm thinking. I was thinking for a second, like. All right, let me think about this again. The front of the cake has a panda and the back doesn't. So one of these front sides has to have this panda here. Even though I'm moving him around. Nope. Shoot. So I'm trying to flip him up. There we go. No, you're just gonna go in like that? Really, Mr. Panda? That's how we're gonna be right now? All right. Dang. All right, hold on. Okay, let's do that then. Is this kind of in the front or back? No, really? I would have thought this would have been in the back. All right, where is the other piece to this? Let me see a little bit. Okay. That's not snapping though. All right, where did this go? Is this the front maybe? Okay, wait a minute. You know what? Maybe it's not. Maybe, see, you're tripping. Which is fine. I don't mind it, you're tripping. Alright. Okay, that's the back of it. So can we not do anything else with this? Interesting. Okay. Like, I feel like it should just snap here, but it's not. So that means it's not in the right space. Or maybe I just lied. Maybe it... No, because it did snap into place, though. Actually, that's true. I want to try to get at least one more puzzle before we wrap up stream, but maybe we not gonna make it. Which is okay. Again, I'm gonna finish this game on stream. It's a good, like, game to kind of, like, unwind and take a break from. Like, that's why I set up my intermission streams, because I did want to have games that I want to play that aren't so heady, if that makes sense. So I could just vibe out and chat and chill before I get knee deep into the paint. No, hold on. There's these bamboo pieces on the back of the cake. I'm wondering. Okay, there's bamboo actually in the front, back, and the side, so never mind. What's throwing me off, though? Oh, I found another card. Nice. What's throwing me off, though, is, like... Interesting. Is there not a side place? It's towards the front of the cake. Oh, wait, these are the flowers at the bottom. I'm wondering... No. I love how I crowded all these pieces right over here, and that's not helping me, like, stack them. I would do that, though. Wait, let me see this piece up close a little bit. The little flower path. So maybe... Trying to see if it'll snap on one of these little areas, but it's not really vibing with me right now. Shoot. No. Maybe not. Nope. Not even a wee bit. Not the wee bits. Okay. Interesting. Just give me 1 second, y'all. I will BRB. I am being asked for something. So just give me 1 to 2 seconds. And yeah. Whoops. Sorry. Hold on. I'm going to switch to the BRB screen. I'll be like a few minutes. Won't be too long. Hang tight. Okay, I am back. Thank you for your patience. Back to the shenanigans. Can I get this puzzle? Can we get this puzzle before we have to stop stream today? That is my goal. We will see. I need to do peach pieces. Maybe they go on the back? I gotta figure out where the back of this is, though. Oh, wait. Interesting. I thought I was making progress or I was gonna make pretty quickly, but struggling right now. Where did I put those other two pieces, though, that were... what is it? The macaron, I think it was, technically speaking. I just had them. Because I think that's why when my brain was looking at these things, I was like, why is it not snapping in place? Oh, see, you see how that works? There we go. I feel like this is supposed to go here. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, we're making progress. So I was like, I know I had those two big pieces. So I feel like to me, having big identifying pieces for the puzzle is going to make this easier. Okay, but the thing is, we need the back of the cream. Where is that one at? Are you somewhere? Where are you, cream piece? Where thee be? Oh, wait, no. There we go. Wait, no. Wait, oh, I had it. Okay, sorry, I messed it up for a second. Okay. This is supposed to be the front. Okay, no. The cream is in the back. So that means the panda has to be somewhere down here. There we go. Or up there, sorry. All right, he's shooting on bamboo, which that's so cute. He's shooting on bamboo like that. All right. Now I need to find a panda piece. Where art thou, little pandas? Where's your little body at? What you doing, sir? Chewing on some bamboo, missing the whole bamboo piece. Wait, are your feeties missing? I think your feeties are missing too. Nope, I thought those are your feeties. My bad. Where's your little bamboo stick, sir? Well, I don't know what your ginger is, panda, but I need you to like... I need you to have substance in your hand. Or maybe if I... Okay, there we go. Because I was looking for a second at this. I'm like, there's multiple pieces of bamboo. So that means, okay. We can start connecting these pieces together. All right. No. Or actually, maybe? Nice. I think what makes this game very interesting is that with the 3D element of it, at first, I mean, again, for me, it's a little hard because I'm taking a little bit, but I actually like the fact that it snaps on like this, like the way you start to get the image in 3D instead of a 2D puzzle. I think that element of it is really cool for my brain. Like, it's satisfying, I guess is the way I'm gonna put it. Shoot. Now I'm just looking for little bamboo pieces so I can see where it's going on. But I also could just match the pattern on the thing there. If I can find one, that is. No. Interesting. Is it this one? Yeah. Oh wait, that looks like something that would go on the back, maybe? Fingers crossed. Okay, maybe I lied. Wait, no. was feeling myself for a second, and then I was like, maybe not there. Okay, there's 5 pieces. That's the back. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no? No. Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. All right. No, that piece isn't big enough. No. Oh wait, do some of these pieces shake to give you some hints? Because if that's the case, that's actually really cool. What is happening? Maybe? I feel like it should just go under here, though. No. Nar, see. Nar. Okay. Alright. My life is sad. No. I really feel like I can get this before we end stream. I want to at least get this one. Wait. It's the peach in the back with all the bamboo at the bottom. So there's like cream stuff. Dang, nabbit. Maybe? Okay, let me think about it. So the back of it has a bunch of bamboo. Okay. Got another piece. Okay. Oh, wait. So then this one has to be close, right? And what I mean by close is that this piece has to go down or be somewhat close, right? No? Oh, okay, that kind of threw me off, but that's my own depth perception screwing me up. No. Okay. Oh, whoops. This game is making me hungry, so I gotta get me like a cake or something this week. Maybe it's time to get a little snack, a little treat. I also had a churros. That didn't help me, I don't think. Welcome back from the ads. You have not missed much. I have just been fooling around with this puzzle. I'm thinking we can get it in the next like 20 minutes at least. Hi Mick, welcome in. Lovely to see you. I was lurking in Ty's stream, so saw y'all are having some dope conversations. So yeah. Hope you're doing well today. It's nice to see you. All right, now I'm playing a game, a cute little puzzle game. Trying to fix this last puzzle before I wrap up for today's streams. I got to take my meds again, so I'll be less chatting for the rest of the week. Nice! In the sense of, you're taking your meds again, so are you saying you're going to be less chatty as your body gets adjusted in terms of things? Because I was saying yay in the sense of if you're like going back to whatever, my blood pressure's back to where it needs me to be. Okay, perfect. That's what I was thinking. So I was like, I'm assuming you mean that you're going back to your like normal homeostasis in terms of what your body needs, which I'm always here for that. So yippee. I mean, I appreciate you talking, so you don't have to shut up, but I'm just happy you're feeling better. That's all. That's really what I mean by that. So I'm glad to hear your blood pressure is back to normal and that you can go back to an equilibrium that works for you. Yeah, of course, of course. And yeah, this game is really cute. It's called Umami. Yeah, wait. Yeah. Umami. It's a puzzle game that actually just came out. Again, shout out to Mimmox for the opportunity to play this game for stream. It currently is out on Steam on sale, 15% off. I got a key to be able to play it, so I will be enjoying this game thoroughly. Sorry, I'm spinning around this thing a little too much because I'm trying to get this last puzzle. But overall, I think it's really cute. It's a really great game to just like do a 3D puzzle with and just have some fun. The developers are really sweet, so. Now the talking to it just totally in my brain. I'm working on it. No worries. I mean, again, you're fine. I think you're fine in terms of talking and stuff. And I'm never gonna tell somebody to be quiet either. I'm always happy to hear people's thoughts, but I'm more just like happy in regards to you just feeling better, and you know that, so I'm happy to say it 1,000 times. And yeah, it's really cute. I do like the little stage and stuff. We've done one puzzle that was a cat burger, but I think this game is really cute. The UI is very like, it's very friendly where it's just like, hey, you know, this is how you move around the pieces, and there's like multiple puzzles you can play, and oh, nice. Well, look at that. That worked out. My blood pressure was scaring us, and I've noticed I'm feeling much more like myself. That's what's up, though. That's always good, because yeah, high blood pressure is not something to play around with, so I'm glad y'all caught it and did what you needed to do to be able to take care of yourself, because that's the most important thing. Like, for real. So. But yeah, overall, I would say this game is really cute. I really like it personally. But again, I'm a big puzzle game person, so I don't mind more like chill type games like this and just, you know, vibing out a little bit. But yeah. I'm assuming it was just a weird abnormality thing where your blood pressure just spiked up and then it's going back down because the medication's helping. You don't have to, you know, if it's TMI, don't worry about it in terms of stream. But I'm just, again, glad that it came back down. What in the devil? Nope. Wait. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Maybe that's where? Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's not gonna work, is it? Shoot. I think it was a combo of all the things. Life, my foot, my back, my brain, all the things. Got you. Sometimes life does that where you're like, all right, my body's saying, hey, I need to adjust myself and I need some help in doing that. Which is real. So real. Let me see something. This is the back of it, right? Yeah, this is the back. So I'm thinking these pieces have to be over here to some degree, right? Because my foot has been hurting for months and I've been walking around on a fractured foot with an injured back. Yeah. So your body was just like, ma'am, I need you to do something right now, which is so real. Absolutely. You deserve all the care and love, so I'm glad, like I said, that you're moving forward in terms of like just feeling better. Or at least getting back to an equilibrium where life is, you're able to do what you need to do in terms of life stuff, if you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, perfect. There's another piece. Ooh. Wait. Is there something else here? No. Wait. Yeah, feeling better is my main goal. You know, I wasn't fooling myself. Yeah, for sure. And of course, like, I don't want to say it in a way that's ableist in the sense of, like, everybody's body's different. So everybody's equilibrium and, like, their homeostasis is what it's going to be. So I'm just more so, like I said, glad that you feel like you're just feeling better in terms of, like, what feels right for you. Because that's the most important thing. Oh, nice. Okay. We might be able to finish this, y'all. Making progress. But yeah, like I said, I'm happy to hear that, and I hope, like I said, Monday's been going well. Besides, like, again, feeling better, getting on the road to recovery and everything, and stuff like that too. Oh shoot. Okay. Maybe. Nope. My 39-year-old wisdom is listen to your body when something is wrong. Don't gaslight because you are supposed to be strong. Good advice. Good life advice. Yeah. Because you just never know. Especially as we age, people take for granted that, like, your body does stuff differently. And then people are like, oh, well, it's not that serious. Like, well, we don't know, so let's just check. And again, sometimes those preventative things make a huge difference. Because I didn't mean to rhyme. No, it's okay. That's just the blackness in you coming out in terms of, like, spitting some rap lines, which I'm here for, as you know. But yeah, that's real. For real. Like, I genuinely appreciate that, because that's wise wisdom to keep in mind. Done pretty much most of the back of the cake. I'm trying to think. Actually, let me find this piece down here. That'll help me if I can get something like that, you know? Or you've been doing something wrong for years and you don't know until your body's no longer able to compensate. Yeah, sometimes our bodies are like, hey, I can't really handle you being on this thing right anymore, so I'm gonna, like, tell you to fix it now. That's real. Bodies will do that to you. I'm just glad for modern medicine and things that we can use to be able to support each other in terms of, like, those types of things. Because, oof, bodies be strange. They be doing all types of things. Hi, Snaps. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And as always, y'all, please go follow all my amazing folks, community from Brown Girl Gamer Code in terms of women and femmes of color and gaming and tech. But welcome in. But yes, Snaps. And you'll have to tell me where the when meets. I don't think I've ever played that game before. But I hope you're doing well. It's lovely to see you. And yeah, I'm playing Umami. It's a game that I had the privilege of getting a key for. And yes, it's a really cute puzzle game that I'm thoroughly enjoying. I've only done one puzzle so far. I'm doing this second one before I have to wrap up stream. But I will finish this game because this is a really cute, lighthearted game to play. I thoroughly enjoy it. The graphics are really nice, and I think it's just really cute. The little cakes that you can make are the snacks and treats. Oh wait, is that where the feet are? But yeah, I hope you're doing well. It's lovely to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I was looking for his little panda feeties this whole time. Yes, unfortunately the game, it's free, but I haven't played it yet. Oh, so Twitch is just telling me what you about to do soon. Bet. You have to tell me about it though, because I do like action RPGs. There's like a few I've been eyeing and stuff, but overall, I'm a big fan, so the genre. But Twitch is just spoiling stuff. It's fine, Twitch being Twitch. And yes, Mick, unfortunately this game is only on Steam, but I don't know if they'll have it on other platforms, maybe, but right now, yes, it's only a Steam only game right now. And let's go watch streak. Thank you. I appreciate y'all, like, actually coming by and doing your watch streaks. That means a lot to me. It's never, you know, expected, but always appreciate it that folks are like, hey, let me stop by stream and see what she's yammering about. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to remember, these Luna emotes are adorable. Yes, I actually, I have the author pinned in my Twitch page. I bought them, and of course, want to give them credit. But yeah, I like Luna Snow, and I love Luna Snow, and I'm a big fan of Storm, and all the other Marvel rival girlies. So I probably will. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm probably gonna have more emotes like that if I can unlock them, because I just love Marvel rivals. I don't think I'm ever gonna be like a Marvel rival streamer, but I do love Luna Snow, and the little emotes are adorable. So, but thank you. And just so y'all know, we are getting more emotes. I will be getting skull pandas, just as a slight hint, but I will not tell you what they will look like. They're just gonna be cute. Let's go! That's why I appreciate you, Snaps. I appreciate you, because you got good taste. Yeah, like, Storm is actually a lot of fun to play in Marvel Rivals, but she is a dope character. I love her a lot. I'm so glad she gets love. And I know she's coming to Marvel Tokon, which is going to be the fighting Marvel game coming out. I don't know if it's NetEase or not either, but yeah. I wanted to dye my hair, but my cousin said, no, that's real. That's real. Hi, Ty. Welcome in. It's lovely to see you. I was lurking on your stream, as you probably noticed or may, have seen. But welcome in. And as always, y'all, another really dope friend. Ty is a really cool streamer who is on my Pinecone stream team. But if you're looking for another dope creative who's super cool, has a great community, does some great co-working streams and stuff like that. He was co-working earlier with some people. Please go check out Ty. Great conversations. I was lurking and just really enjoying the vibes. And Ty's a cool person, so. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm currently playing this game, Umami. As we'll probably wrap up in the next like 10 to maybe 20 minutes for stream, because I want to try to get this puzzle done. But if we don't, we will finish this game, because I do want to. It's so cute. Realize its stream ended too late, but that's okay. Got you. Work is pretty chill. It's not much happening here, so I've been just reading and hanging out with coworkers. You got to see. Thank you. That's awesome, though. I'm glad you've just been hanging out and chilling with folks, too. Especially if you got some dope people you work with. That's the best. Like, I can't wait going back to school to do, like, I miss, like, study parties and stuff. And I know some of us, I was mentioning to Ella, but just in general, I do want to, like, get more study days back on the docket with me. Not only with, like, co-working stuff. So I'd love to do more streams together. People do co-work. But, like, I do want to do more, like, study hangouts. Because I miss that, too, where before I transitioned out of my some of my last jobs and stuff, we used to do it where we had designated times where we would log on virtually and just kind of talk and just, like, hang out and stuff. I work at a recreational center, so not much happens here. Got you. That's cool, and I respect that. Yeah. No, I thought that would go there. Nope. I will find this missing piece, so help me. Okay, that's probably not where it needs to go. But yeah, that's cool. Because I've had, I think I know some people in the past who might have worked at rec centers, but I do know I have some folks who I think have worked at gyms before, too. But that's really cool, Ty. I'm glad that, like, you can talk to your coworkers, too, and chill. I think it's cool when you can make friends with people at your job. So it makes it, like, doing what it's gotta be. You do this, see. You got to see. Thank you. I appreciate y'all's well wishes as I struggle with this. I was cooking a little bit in terms of, like, finding what fits, but now I'm, like, struggling again. Which is fine. Okay, wait. We did it. Neat. All right, cool. No, I wanted that to fit. Hurt my own feelings. Oh, I didn't think I would get that. No, you didn't distract me, Mick. Like, this game I like because I can actually talk and chill and still, like, make progress, which I really appreciate. So you're fine. And I am making decent progress. I'm like, oh, that fits. Let's go. Okay. Sorry if I'm jarring to spinning this, like, Daft Punk around the world type vibes. I'm just trying to, like, I really feel like we can get this done before I have to end stream. No. Maybe? Okay, I was like, maybe that'll fit there. But yeah, I think I like this game because it's like you can do a lot with it, and I And I like that there's like again, it's satisfying when you finally are like, okay, I see the pattern in 3D, and then you just do it. So I really do appreciate it. So yeah, you're fine. All right, there we go. All right, so there's 3 in the back. There's 2 on the sides, and we got to get the carve into this. Let's go. I don't know if people heard that, but I still love Quiet City DJs. Well, welcome in, welcome in. Hi there. Tier, thanks for bringing your community over here. Let me give you a shout out. Y'all, first, for those of you who are coming through, hi there. I hope you're doing well. I hope stream was dope for you. If y'all don't follow Tier, you should. They're a really cool creative and streamer that I've met through Ionix's community and stuff too. I know Ionix is on hiatus right now, but you won't go wrong with all the folks that be hanging out. But welcome in, everybody. My name is CRC7. I'm your friendly but artsy scientist. That is not a joke. I'm a scientist in real life who just streams for fun. I am all about fun and fantasy, where we do co-working, I do stationery where I make lace on stream, as well as I play really cool games, which includes games like this. That shout out to Mimmox for the opportunity to give me a key, and the game just launched today. So thank you for the follow. Yeah, and for the silent hello as well. Thank you for all the follows and writing all the lyrics. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you're looking for a goofy goober of a human being who just plays RPGs like Final Fantasy XIV, Monster Hunter Wilds, Sea of Stars, I also play games like South of Midnight, and just everything in between in terms of just really comfortable adventure-based games and just having fun. Feels free to hang out and kick it with me. I will be wrapping up in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We will finish this game another stream, but I did want to play this game after doing some co-working earlier today and talking about various things. But to everybody who came in, of course, with Tier, if you need to raid and run, if you've got other things you got to do, please take care of yourself first and foremost. I really appreciate if you want to hang out, of course, but respectfully, your mental, physical, and who you are as a person in terms of your well-being comes first. So if you just need to, head out, I won't hold you here, but thank you so much for stopping by and kicking it. And Tier, I hope stream went well for you. I hope you're having a nice one, because yes, Ion the Go. Ionix is really cool. They're on hiatus right now, but if you don't follow Ionix, I think you'll really enjoy in terms of shenanigans. So yeah. And I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat, so welcome in, everybody. Yeah, June, hi. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, you came in on the raid while having dinner. Dinner's just great. I hope it's good eats. You're reminding me after I finish this puzzle. That's my goal, is to finish this puzzle, and then we're going to finish the rest of these in another stream. But I have some great food waiting for me and everything. And yeah, of course, I always want to give love and appreciate folks. I know sometimes I don't see as many people from different communities I'm a part of, because I'm a member of Ion Nation. But, I always appreciate seeing y'all around, whether it's on the internet in Discord or just floating around on the internet somewhere streaming. So happy to give love. And like I said, y'all should go check out Tier and everybody else connected to the communities that I have been a part of. So I got to rest my wrist and say hi to the family. But yeah, I'll be lurking. Yeah, no worries, Tier. Thank you so much. Yeah, please take care of yourself again. And that goes for everybody, too. If you need to raid and run and do other things, please feel free to do so. If you would like to lurk, please feel free to do that as well. I'm lurker friendly. So even if you, if you just want to hang out and just lurk and not say anything, that's totally fine. It doesn't bother me, because I lurk in a lot of people's streams too. But if you need to run too as well, not offended, do what you got to do. But please enjoy family time, and thank you again for bringing your community over. I really appreciate it. As I, figure out this puzzle making this panda cake, which is really, really cute. So yeah. All right, let me see. I think we're going to be able to do it though. It's at 7, but I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time, because I feel like if I cook a little bit, I'll be able to get it potentially. Just let me cause I got a scamper in terms of things. I will let them know I will be a little late. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you. Alright, already done. Anyway, going back to the Gamer Awards for a second though, shout out again to all the creatives and game developers. I just have to say in general, y'all have been it's been rough because like I mentioned for folks, my brother's going into the game industry, and it's been rough to see the changes that have been happening in terms of the industry, whether it's people losing their jobs or just stuff being uncertain. But shout out to folks in the industry. Thank you for making games. I know that sounds really maybe corny to say, but I genuinely appreciate just the diversity of things out here, and I really just hope folks support your local game developer. As in, like, support games, y'all. And seeing like Expedition 33, for example, get a lot of love for being the way that it is super cool. Because I know some folks are saying like, oh, well, it shouldn't be nominated. I'm like, well, no, it should be, because the love letter that Expedition 33 is, without spoiling the game, to other RPGs and like other games in the genre are super, super lit. And there's just so many amazing things coming out that should get your love. All right, let me pause for a second because we're on an ad, so I will think about what pieces I have left before we continue for those of you who are not subbed. I also love touching the little things. Let me think. We don't have that many pieces really left. Here, I'm gonna move Bongo Cat Gia over here. Let me see. There's little lotus leaves that I'm missing on this. Actually, that piece goes right here, doesn't it? I'm a big fan of your model, though. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is my character cutout form when I'm doing crafts and hobbies on stream. Oh, wait. Gia came back. Put you over there. No! Tiny Gia. Welcome back from the ads. No. Tiny Gia Bongo Cat. Sit over there. I love how the Bongo Cat's like, I don't wanna be moved. Wait! Wait! Hold on. There we go. It's like, let me put Tiny Gia down. But as I was saying, thank you for the love of my model, of my character cutout model. Yeah, and hi, hello. I like your name, Takashi. That's a good name. My cat is named Takashi. So that's a cool name. We call him TikTok though because my family was like, hey, let's have a shorthand, and my parents and my immediate family all call our cat Taka. So if you see Mr. Tak around, he's just being a goofy goober. But I do like the name. Welcome in. Yeah. And yes, my model was made by Mishi. I'm actually a mutual with them. They're a really cool Final Fantasy 14 just artistic person. So I will have more character cutouts of me, but this is my form when I'm doing crafts. So I don't, you know, make my computer want to explode when I'm in VTuber mode or my pixel form. So I have multiple forms now, but I do appreciate the love. They're a great artist, so yeah. In my one of my outfits. No, wait, that wasn't snapped on? Oh, dang. I was thinking, wait. Oh, I thought that was gonna go there. Shoot. That was not my thing. Oh, thanks. Being named buddies with the cat wasn't on my bingo card today, but I'm here for it. How you doing? Yeah, no, it's great. And my cat's actually really adorable. He's currently 1.5. He's very grumpy looking. He looks like if you chibified or made a super deformed version of Scar from Lion King, if that's the way to describe him. He's a little grumpy grumps, but he's my grumpy grumps. So I do appreciate him. But yeah, I'm glad I can, you know, named after a cool cat. So but yeah, I'm doing pretty decent today. It's a Monday, so my brain's just on like trying to get some stuff done and chill out and, you know, not rush into too many things because, you know, Mondays are Mondays. So, hi, mommy. I see you. Hi, Simi. Welcome in. It's lovely to see you. Yeah. Oh my God, he's me. I'm crying. The synergies with a human and a cat. That's hilarious. But hi, Simi. How you doing? It's lovely to see you. And y'all should check out Simi if you don't already follow. They play a lot of really cool games and have funny commentaries. So if you're looking for another dope streamer to support, you should go follow Simi. They have great time. Play great games. You know, makes jokes about certain things going on in the world, and it's great. So yeah. But yes, I am enjoying games. I am trying to get this before we end stream, but I might not be able to. We're so close though. Let me look at the puzzle again. There's no flowers on the back. There's flowers in the front. Other than that, I'm doing good though. I appreciate the question, Takashi. And like I said, you are named after a cool cat. And if you're similar to my cat in terms of being slightly grumpy, loving food, and also being like, I need 3 square meals a day, a snack, and pets, then yes, that is so real. That's so real. A cat will be like, ma'am, if you don't feed me, I'll fight you. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. I can respect that. He's very sweet though. He won't hurt you. He's pretty friendly. Actually, you know, I don't know if he's okay. Let me retract that. I think my cat's the type of person where like he has to get used to people. He's very skittish, but I feel like he's the type of person you try to act, you know, nuck if you buck, which is so funny because I'm like, sir, you're so. He's bigger. He's a big cat, but he's funny to me where he tries to like act like he can fight things, and I'm like, sir, you're 1.5. What are you doing? And then if you slightly scare him and run, and I'm like, you're too cute to be this ridiculous, and yet he is. Is he spoiled up to wazoo though? Yes. That is partially my fault. So, I'm gonna admit that. ASMR stream win? Oh God. I appreciate that. Wow. I have learned recently that people like my voice. I have never gotten compliments like that before until recently. So, thank you. I don't know why my brain's like not processing that, but I appreciate the compliment. And thank you for the compliments on my motto. I appreciate that again. You all are so sweet. Thank you, thank you. Place pats with cuddles and your cat is actually me. Well, I guess that's fair and valid. My cat, he's not a cuddly cat, unfortunately. My older cat, for those who were around last year before my cat passed away, Mr. Key, he's very much a cuddly little person, but my baby cat is like, don't touch me. That's why I put him in air timeout. It was basically my way of saying I put him in like a little hold and he just thinks about his life. He lets me do it, but he gets irritated though because he's just like, ma'am, put me down. And then he wants me to give him a snack. I'm like, excuse you. I gave you affection and now you're just being rude. But then I hug him anyway. I love that little man. He's my little Ace Boon Coon. He's so cute. My cat broke my vase last night. I'm not talking to her. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, I've never had a cat who's been disrespectful in the way to knock stuff over, but to be honest with you, I do have cats who will be stubborn, like my baby cat. Okay, I'll go into the story real quick and then I'll finish reading the chat. My cat does this thing where he will literally be stubborn as heck. And so one time he was going towards my sister's desk and was like, hey, ma'am, I think I can fit in here even though my big old chunk of self got all this fur and stuff. And we looked at him like, I don't think you can fit in there. And he was like, all right, bet. So he went up in there, failed the first time. We were like, sir, don't do it. Don't do it. And then he decided to be like, try me. You can't tell me what to do. And so what he did was he decided to go into the cat thing and slipped all the paper under my sister's desk. And then he ran away and we were like, you know what? What did we learn? So he's very stubborn, which is so funny. Let's see. My cat's corporal snuggles and I didn't like it, so it doesn't work anymore. I'm crying. Your voice is yummy. Your voice is actually really nice. So yeah, you can make it in AS. So I'm crying. I appreciate that, honesty and transparency, for real, because I have never gotten compliments on my voice. I've been told my voice is very soothing to where people could listen to me if I was a podcaster or something. but I've never gotten the, well, I have recently from friends, you know who you are. People have told me they like the sound of my voice, so I appreciate you, Takashi, as well as Simi, for the compliments. Simi, I think we've talked about that too in the past or recently, if I remember the conversation right, in terms of my voice being actually really nice. So that is something I did not think I would get, but it's fine. It's the thing where I guess you get used to your own voice, so you're just kind of like, I never thought of that, but that's cool. I did like my voice. I'm glad my voice isn't a little strange. For those of you who were watching Toku Tabletop yesterday, I actually cried on stream for acting and stuff. Cause you know, for those of you who are new here, I am in a Valor Ranger Super Sentai campaign called Mystical Squadron Valor Rangers. I'll give them a shout out, but yesterday we got to a really emotional part of drama and I legitimately had to cry. I cried like a bunch of times and apparently I like gut punched my crewmate / my Valor Ranger teammates in our tabletop RPG. But apparently people said I did really good, so I don't know. I'd be wilding out, but I'd be doing what I can, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. I have thought about voice acting and stuff for funsies. So I do like TTRPGs for that reason. It gives me an excuse to start yelling. As in, for folks who are on Toku Tabletop know, I will usually do my battle cry as a ranger, Power Ranger, Super Sentai. Oh, okay. I only have like a few more. Wait. No. Hold on. No. No! I want you to fit. Never mind. That's why it won't fit. That's not going there. Lol. No one saw that. Wait a minute. Okay, I've done most of the cake. I'm just missing the stuff on the two sides. So there's 3 pieces left. All right, bet. We did it, y'all. I think we can do this. Actually, I lied. There's multiple pieces left. So freaking good. I love our I love your laugh. I appreciate that. More compliments to your voice is needed then. I wholeheartedly support you going to Vikes. You kill it. Thank you. Yeah, I would probably do it for fun. It would be really cool to voice act a character. I'm not even going to hold you. I do science full time. That's like my actual job. I'm getting my doctoral degree, but I also want to do makeup and fashion and things too. But it would be cool to voice act a video game character or like just do somebody's project. I would just do it for the funsies. Because I know I do it a lot for my Toku Tabletop, my like I mentioned, my Power Ranger campaign. So I thank you for the compliments, and I appreciate it a lot. So noted. Oh, I mean that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm so serious. I've wanted to talk to friends about it, and some people who have like been streaming in tuning into streams. Excuse me. Know this, but like I actually would be down to do like voice acting projects like games and stuff like that too. I literally, like I said yesterday, like today, I fake cried for my character Nambra, who's going through an emotional moment with her Power Ranger team. So I have no problem with acting. I think it's fun. No, wait. Okay. All right. 2 more pieces. Let's go. Maybe? Oh, dang, nabbit. Idols meal. Where does this go? No. Wait. Oh, okay. I was like, something's missing. Oh, we got another raid. I love Quad City DJs. Let's go. But hi, welcome in. Is it Kizma? I like your name. That's super cool. Your VTuber looks really cool. Well, welcome in, everybody. Hi. Hello. Hanky. Hello there. Hi. For those of you coming in, I appreciate you. First of all, you should go check out, folks, in terms of stream shenanigans. Kizumi, yes. I like your name. I like the sound of it. It's really nice. But welcome in, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is C or C7. I'm your friendly neighborhood. Oh, you saw the stream? Yeah. I've seen a bunch of VTubers and like streamers got keys for the game. So thank you for bringing your community over here. I appreciate that, and thank you. I do like your VTuber design, so I have followed because that gets me all the time. Where I'm like, if you have a cool looking avatar, like. That's the first step for me. But for those of you who are new, my name is C or C7. I'm your friendly neighborhood artsy scientist. That's not a joke. I'm actually a scientist in real life. I stream for fun and hobby, where we have a lot of fun doing fun and fantasy around here. I'm currently playing Umami, which is a game I got a key for, like he did as well. So I am a scientist. I'm actually going back to school for public health. And essentially I'm hoping to study health informatics, social determinants of health, and things like that. I've already been published in that field, but that's where I'm going to. But outside of I'm a scientist in real life. I'm also working to become a professional lace maker and a makeup artist in terms of stuff, because I have way too many hobbies and I love a lot of life. So if you want to hang out with me in terms of shenanigans, we do co-working. I do some lace bobbing on the stream, stationery. I'm a big fan of Hoponichi. I also play a lot of games. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy 14, Monster Hunter Wilds, and just RPGs and adventure games. So, but respectively, Key, thank you for bringing your community here, of course, and thank you for hanging out and stuff too. We're getting all the shout outs rolling in for all my mutual friends that y'all should check out. But if you came in from Key's stream, seeing me play, I'm gonna finish this puzzle up and actually get ready to end my stream as well. But if you need to raid and run, I completely understand. My big policy, again, is as somebody who's a behavioral scientist and health education specialist by training, please take care of your mental and physical health first and everything. But if you like to hang out with me and kick it, you're welcome to stay and everything too. And, again, I appreciate all the raids, follows, and support, as always, in terms of me being goofy and goober. Oh, you're in research too, Key? Listen, tell me what type of research you do. I love fellow scientists and researchers and people who love learning things. Yeah, that's why maybe it's maybe the thing, because I am an actual scientist. I love puzzle games, even though I take a long time to actually get them. Oh my god, the text box, I love it. Thank you. It's by SpookySony, who's another mutual of mine who does a lot of graphic design and stuff too. So I wanted to have she has some assets you can actually purchase and buy on VGen, but they've done a lot of assets for me too. So hi Toko and Star Dragon, what's good? Welcome in. Thank you all for the check-ins, and again, please go check out these amazing people. So I was in social linguistics. No, wait, Key. I actually love linguistics people. Y'all are really cool. That is amazing. And yes, Mick, listen, I'm a big believer of you don't really need a degree to be really intrigued by science. Some of us are just really goofy, and I'm privileged enough to go back to school for the last time, but I genuinely just, I love my science people. Y'all are amazing. So yeah, you're a scientist. If you like doing research in science, flex that. But linguistics is really cool. I actually know multiple languages. I'm actually trying to get back. I have my language learning books, but not only with English, even though I'm an English speaking person predominantly, because I'm not in multilingual spaces, I also speak Chinese and Spanish, even though I'm trying to get working back on that. And then I've started picking up Korean as well as Japanese. I took some, shout out to Daiji Kobu. We did a little bit of Japanese earlier this year, and then shout out to Gia, actually, we did a little bit of Korean. So I'm trying to be a polyglot as well. So outside of all the random things I do in game and stuff, that's my thing. And yeah, Mick, which again, nice, 7 streams. That's dope. Thank you, Toko. Me too. At least that's the dream, right, Key? That's the dream. We'll see what happens. You got this. If I got this, you got this. I'm gonna send a lot of love and mutual in terms of again, linguistics and language learning. 10 out of 10. Nice though. That's super cool too. Languages. Which ones do you mind, if you don't mind me asking? That's what's up though. I think that's really cool. And Mick, again, I think the fact that you took some science classes is really cool. But I'm a big component of if you learn and want to really experience the love that is science, I think that is really awesome. And school will always be there. And Takashi, yes, I am actually a scientist. That is not a joke. I know some people are scientists because that's their thing, but I'm actually a real life scientist who streams for fun. I'm so serious. It's part of my VTuber lore as an artificer, but in real life I actually do science work. So, Right now I'm transitioning a little bit because I'm going back to school, but all my streaming and artistic stuff like drawing and makeup and fashion stuff is for fun. Is this just here? Did I just not put this right? Wait a minute. Am I missing a piece? I'm missing a piece. Maybe? Oh, they're in the wrong... Lol. Sorry. I'm like, excuse me. Excuse me. There we go. There we go. Malaysian and English, but I did take Japanese in college, but never had the time to learn. That's what's up, though. I really respect that. Actually, funny enough, my DM from my Toku Tabletop campaign, my I play Super Sentai campaign over on Toku Tabletop on Twitch. My DM is actually Malaysian, so it's cool. Like a lot of my community is like all over like Asia and stuff, and I know a few folks who know Malaysian as well as Japanese, Korean, and Chinese and stuff too, which is really cool. So that's what's up that you know 3. That's really awesome. And yes, you'll get that microscope, Mick. I believe in you. You're talking about yourself, Key. I mean, linguistics, multiple languages, all types of amazing stuff, you know, real recognized, real type of thing. But thank you for the love and appreciation. I appreciate you, Star Dragon, too. You're cool as well, as in, like, you're super dope. So, get that electron microscope. Exactly! Electron microscopes are so, so cool. This cake is so cute. Yeah, this game is super cute. Again, it just came out on Steam today. But, like, I think people should get this game. It's really adorable. I'm just saying. I'm having a blast. What? Small world. Yes. Shout out to my folks all over the world. I have friends all over the place. So, I think it would be cool to learn, all these languages in terms of things. I know I named the ones that I'm like learning. And again, I'm the better in Spanish and Chinese in terms of speaking and reading it because I read manga sometimes. Because I'm also a big fan of anime and manga and gaming. So like I sometimes I read manga in Spanish. And then I want to get to a point where I can start like writing again in Chinese because I used to write essays in Chinese for my classes. But for Korean and Japanese, I'm at the beginnings again in regards to, like, I knew some basic phrases and things, but I don't know the systems and stuff. But I did realize when I was learning Korean this past weekend with sitting with some friends and team members that me learning Chinese actually is helping me get Korean a little bit more because it reminds me of Spanish. But I don't know, it might be weird. And if you see me switch languages on stream, don't be surprised. It's weird. I do it all the time. It's kind of strange. Oh boy, I would love that. Mostly just look at bacteria and stuff. Bacteria and stuff is really cool. Damn, again, you're awesome as fuck. You're talking about yourself, Takashi. Again, the name is cool. I learned some French back in high school, but trying to pick up Japanese. Nice. Yeah, my sister learned. She knows Japanese. She learned Japanese. She knows French, and then she's learning Korean. So, and my parents know French too. French is a cool language. I respect it. I love language learning. I love just being able to communicate with people. So that's my big thing. You can get an electron microscope. I think they can be pricey, but you can. Yeah, she does. Oh, hell, you're awesome too. For me, language learning is really about one for personal reasons. And like, as much as I am somebody, I'm based in the States. As much as I appreciate, like communication in English, we did it! Let's go! All right, let me go to the main menu, go to just chatting, and then we will wrap up stream because I know, like, I have my thing going on, so I don't want to like go eat too much into that. But what we'll do is we will finish more of these puzzles the next co-working stream. So let me go to the just chatting screen real quick, and then I'll answer some questions, and then we'll figure out who we're gonna raid out to. And to answer your question, Key, as I switch over to the other screen, boop. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm always fiddling around with my UI, and I don't want to make anything explode. Well, one for Mick saying in the chat, I am into some really great groups. Let me wait till the ads end. We'll pause. Wait, we'll pause. Okay. All right. Let me wait till the ads end, and then we will wrap up here, and I'll answer some questions when people come back. Yes, please drink water. I have water near me. We hydrate around here. Yeah, I'm drinking some water too. I have my water that I'm gonna finish today, so I can get my second bottle. Oof. I know I drink my protein shake since I weightlift and stuff, but yeah, I appreciate that. All right, let me turn on my background music as we kind of decompress and get ready to end stream today. Okay. Waiting for the ads to end. Welcome back from the ads. Hello, hello, hello. As we wrap up for stream, I'll give my thoughts on the game and then we will raid out. But let's see. So to answer your question about communication, one thing that the reason why I want to learn languages is partly because, yes, there's an interest. Yes, I do want to go see BTS live. I've seen them way too many times, which is why people know of the origin story of me. My sister won raffle tickets to the BTS concert in Seoul, Korea, so we had to fly over there randomly in 2019. It was my first international trip. I didn't know any Korean then, but maybe the next time I go to Seoul, because shout out to Hongdae, I love Seoul. It's really fun. Even though I know there's jokes about the Hongdae stuff, but I went for the fashion and like the street dancing and stuff like that too in the museums and the like, and being culturally appreciative, of course. But I like learning languages because I think it's really important to communication. I really like getting to know people and exploring and learning. So I think I've always wanted to be a polyglot since I was younger, even though I've mainly been in a lot of spaces people primarily use English because I'm based in the States. But I don't want to make that assumption that like everybody I ever meet in life is going to speak English. So I'd rather learn languages to be able to speak with all types of people, but also like I would like to do science, for example, in another language. So doing like scientific research, publishing with other scientists and stuff in a language that we all can communicate in. I have been published several times as a scientist already. I think I'm on my 7th publication. And for those of you who haven't been here, friends know that if you want a copy of my research papers that are published, I can send you a copy via PDF. Please don't buy my research papers. Please just let me send them to you for free. Please. I'm begging. But basically, I'd like to publish and write in different languages, and I'd also just like to communicate. So I'm just a big component of like communication and stuff, and that's why that's really important to me. Of course, in a culturally appreciative way, because I think to your point, Key, about linguistics, that's why I like that I've had friends as well as appreciate those fields, because that is the research of language, or the study of language, is really awesome. Okay, counterpoint. I'm crying. Me being in the anime and manga is cool as fuck. I appreciate that. Yes, I am. Listen, let me tell you, somebody who's been published many a times. Most researchers, if you just email them or DM them, they'll be like, hey, can I get your article for free? And we'll be like, yes, let us give you our research for free. That's the whole point of us publishing, is for you to take our research, either build on top of it or share it. I just don't care. If you want to read my research papers, of course, not to dox me, but if you want to read my research, I'll just give you my papers. I don't care. Please don't pay people to get papers. Let us help you. That is literally my job. I love doing it. I'm a nerd. It's my thing. You hear my nerd verse coming out a little bit, being goober. Yeah. But yeah, so that's really my reasoning for it. I hope to do more research, and I just want to learn languages and read and write and stuff like that too. And there's plenty of like manga and anime and things I'd love to like watch in and I know anime manga is primarily like, you know, Japanese based and stuff like that too, but just in general, like animations and cartoons and stuff, like being able to communicate in different languages opens the door for different things. So I think that's, you know, I got my ways on paywall papers too. Key, you get me. You get me? But overall, I think just to go on the game and then we gotta wrap up. The game is really cute. I like the UI. I like the little cute cozy vibes. I know people often use those words, but I think I love games with like 3D graphics. The graphics remind me a little bit of God. I feel like it does remind me a little bit of like N64 or like modernized like 3D graphics with like a slightly what's that word I'm looking for? It's like a certain blocky style, almost like Beautiful Joe type style of like painting. And I you know, I love like not only stop motion animation, but I'm really a big fan of games that have a certain vibe that want an aesthetic. And this one's really cute. I think it's a really cute game with lots of puzzles. And overall, I mean, I think for a game that's like $12, $13, that's not bad if you're looking for a puzzle game to play by developers who really put a lot of work and thought into their games. And y'all know me, I'm always going to support developers and people who put a lot of work in their stuff. We do not support generative AI right here, but I will go on my AI, artificial intelligence, scientific rant another day. You all who have been here know what I mean. Especially when people were like, hey, we should do facial recognition technology. And I'm like, let me tell you 5,000 different ways, including a paper that I wrote of why we shouldn't do any of that as a black streamer. Let me let you know. Let me put you on game. You know, let me not do that in terms of disaggregated data and biometrics. Don't do that. Don't do that. I might have studied neuroscience and psychology in college and behavioral science and health education, but like we will just be here to Togo's point. We'll be here for another 3 hours talking about why you shouldn't do half those things. But overall, I would say this game is really cute. I want to finish the whole game. I think it'll be a great co-working like edition game to play, and honestly, I would play this on a Steam Deck. So if you're looking for another cute game, I would check it out. And thank you again to the folks who gave me a key for today's launch. I'm really, really grateful. I'm really, really, really awesome. So I'm really awesome in terms of feeling awesome about being able to play games like this, and I look forward to playing more games. Oh, sorry, I'm getting messages and I'm like, oh, that's not great. Okay, sorry, I'm just it's fine. I was just checking in on something. Let me see if I did miss anything in the chat. Apologies if I did. And yes, Takashi, again, happy to respectfully, of course, like get to know people. I'm a slow burn. That's just how that goes in my world. If you see me around on the interwebs, I'm just me and goofy and just awesomeness. Bio ranchers are so cool. Yeah, there's a whole other conversation we can be in about how I don't like generative AI. We don't do bigots and Nazis around here, and I genuinely just think you should protect yourself and that research should be free. That's all. Like, I get that I'm going to do research because I'm going to do research, but I'm not going to gatekeep knowledge. That's not the point of that. The right to knowledge is a thing that I believe wholeheartedly. So, I hope that answers the question. And yes, I'm happy to, if folks are interested, to share my research. Not gonna lie, I kind of gave on academia as a career because it's not that great here in Malaysia, but I read research papers on the daily still. Key, we're probably going to be really good friends. And yes, I do remember I have to run. Thank you so much, Maker, the reminder, though. I appreciate you. I do love PubMed. And I'm not trying to go into academia either, Key, so I understand that completely. And that's another conversation for another day where I'm going to get a doctoral degree, but I'm not trying to go a particular route that people would think. But me being in public health, like, there's lots of things I can do. And yeah. Listen, finding more black features gives me life and one so awesome at that I'm good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot. There's a lot of really cool, dope streamers in the space. So thank you so much for the love and support. And, you know, I'm also part of a Brown Girl Gamer Code where there's women and femmes of black and brown like ancestry. So there's lots of really dope, amazing people in the space. But thank you for giving me any of your time and energy. You do not have to sub to me. Again, I'm a hobbyist. I just have emotes and cool stuff for y'all because I just like streaming and it's fun and doing artsy stuff. But genuinely speaking, like, you know, if you want to be here in terms of your free time, that's all that matters to me. You don't have to do anything else besides that. So yes, I'm getting the doctoral degree so I can go do some really cool things I imagine for my life, as well as, again, I want to do makeup professionally and lace making. So the science part of me is, you know, how I do my research, and I have a lot of fun teaching and doing curriculum design and stuff like that too. But makeup and fashion and stuff, like learning how to make Lolita dresses and everything else too, and doing lace on stream, that's stuff that I'm passionate about as well. So I don't really mind. I'm not trying to get paid. I just want to do people's makeup and fashion for fun. So that's just my thing. But anyway, I'm a scamper. Thank you all for these great conversations. Thank you all for the raids today. Thank you all for being here. You know, as your friendly neighborhood black scientist, but I'm a scamper because I have some things I gotta do. But I will say this for those of you who again, I will not be streaming tomorrow. I'll be back on. I'm so glad I found you. See, yeah, thank you, Key. Yeah, I think we'll be. I appreciate it. I will respectfully say I think you're gonna get along. Shout out to you again. Keep doing the damn thing. I think that's super dope. Again, I respect all scientists and people from all walks of life. So that's the really cool thing about being. I am also a social scientist, so I like people. People might be very interesting, but I always like to question things and ask why, because I always did that as a kid. I was always the inquisitive kid. And well, now I'm here. But thank you all for joining me, whether you're watching me morning, afternoon, evening, whether you're lurking. I'm crying, not the LinkedIn. I am on Twitter, and I am also on Blue Sky. So if you want to follow me, you can follow me on things. I have to get my commands going for socials for folks. But I am on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter by my username. Specifically without the underscores. It's literally that. So if you want to find me and follow me. Yes, thank you. Mental health matters. That is very important. For sure, for sure. We will be back. Let me just double check like I always do every stream when I wrap up, y'all. I'm so sorry. So we will finish this game the next co-working stream. So won't be this week, but probably next week. But we will be playing on Friday Palia. I'm going to be hanging out with my stream team friends. Y'all know who you is. We're going to do some Palia and get back into the game. So hopefully I'll be able to buy the Rapunzel fit because I'm really hype about that. On Saturday, we're going to do Final Fantasy 14. I have to reach out to some of y'all, but I want to finish Endwalker. We're at the Heidelin fight. So you know how that goes. It's fine. Yeah, and thank you, Mick, for the reminder too. All my socials are in my about section too, so you can follow me on the handles that I have in there, as well as again where I'm at when I'm on Sundays at my TTRPG games. But yeah, Friday we'll be back for Palia and co-working. Saturday's gonna be Final Fantasy 14, and then Sunday will be Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I do want to play some more of that, and then on Sunday, I do actually have a Discord. I can whisper it to you. I technically speaking do have like points for it, but you know, I might just switch that over, but I'll whisper it to you. Let me see. Give me 1 second. But I think what we'll do is I'm gonna see who we can rate out to. Who can we rate out to? Well, I get this Discord. I do have a Discord. I am fixing it. I am trying to just get my Mix It Up bot Ferks working, and then we're going to go fix all the Discord shenanigans that need to be fixed. So I think everybody's patience who's in the Cord right now with all my shenanigans when things don't actually work. Fingers crossed. But, you know, we'll take our time. Let me see. Oop. Me trying to get stuff to work. All right, I sent it to you, Takashi, in terms of things. I'm honored. Thanks so much. I want to play Final Fantasy 14, and I don't have a platform for it. Listen, if you're here for the next stream, I will go on my 14-hour rant. No, it's not a 14-hour rant, but I'll go on my rant about Final Fantasy 14. I have been playing for 2 years. I'm new. I'm not gonna go to FanFest, unfortunately, but I am currently holding my FC together because I have the FC officer handle so my house doesn't explode. But shout out to all my FC friends. You know who you are. Free company, guild shenanigans. But I'm a Final Fantasy 14 player because I got enabled and now I have never left. So I hope you join us in Eorzea. I am a Vieira Bonet because I play way too much Final Fantasy, including Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, which I will talk about another day. And I love Fran from Final Fantasy 12. So Evilise people, if you find me, the Evilise. Wait, Key! Oh my god! Okay. Listen. If you play 14. If you play 14. Mick will tell you, I've gotten everybody into 14! It's a problem! It's a problem! I'm never leaving! I'm seriously never leaving along Monster Hunter Wilds, and I have now gotten into Zenless Zone Zero and Marvel Rivals. I do not play competitive on any of these games, though. I just do ultimate raids for the gear. Don't say nothing else, but that's just how that goes. But yes, I'm glad more friends have gotten you key into playing, because I've gotten making lots of friends into playing Final Fantasy 14, because I don't have any chill. Yeah, I'm already in the slight gotcha shenanigans. I play Love in Deep Space for fun. You're a Genshin survivor? I'm so sorry. Genshin, I know, is a trap. It's pretty, though. I'm not knocking on if you play HIYOKO games. I don't play a lot of them. I do want to play Petite Planet, but I am playing Zenless. But I heard Genshin is Genshin's cool. I can respect it. It's a pretty looking game. I've had a buddy who streams tell me good things about 14. 14 is good if you like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance or Final Fantasy 12 or just MMORPGs where you could be a pretty person and dungeon crawl with friends. I did not play MMOs until Final Fantasy 14, and now I'm 2 years in and I'm never leaving. It's bad. I'm actually probably going to pop on tonight so I can make sure our house doesn't explode. Excuse me. Talking too much. Water. Hold on. Sorry for coughing into the mic. I don't want to see how much I spent on the game. That's how I feel when I look at Final Fantasy 14 and Love and Deep Space before I try to gacha for cards. I don't want to do any of that. I like pretty. I'm sorry. I like pretty character designs. I'm learning how to do digital art on Procreate on my iPad, so I do want to be a character designer so I can design my own patterns for lace and Lolita dresses. So that's partly why I like pretty, because I want to make pretty things. All right. Let me stop yammering. I got to let y'all go. I appreciate this conversation, but I should leave. I should, like, raid out. Okay. Let me see. Don't get me started on Love and Deep Space going K-pop. Yes. If you want to know for Love and Deep Space, my characters are Silas, Zane, and Raphael. I am particularly biased to those three. And my main is Zane because something about that. Also, thank you, Takashi, for mentioning K-pop Demon Hunters because that is also something I will go on rants about because the K-pop Demon Hunter Mattel dolls just dropped and I want Rumi and Rumi is my favorite. That is all. That is not a secret. Everybody should know that about now. But if you don't know, I love Rumi. I do. I'll show y'all. Just because someone said it next stream on Friday, I will show you K-pop Demon Hunter things. I forgot I have not showed y'all some of the stuff I've gotten. But, really? Oh, okay. All right. I see what's happening here. Yo, she's my... Key, we're going to get along great. You see that? You see that synergy right there? You see that? Because EJ's my favorite. I love her. I went on a rant about her the other day. But yes, I love all the girls, but I love Rumi and K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh my god, I love when I need to like raid out. I get an ad. All right. I know I have to go eat. Wait until the ads come back. I need to stop talking. Oh my god. All right, let me see who we can raid out to. Which one of my friends and my stream teammates is doing things right now? I'm so goofy. I'm just really goofy. I'm goof troop hours. It's just my vibe. Do not let my H fool you. I'm goof troops. Let's see. Who is doing shenanigans right now? All right, let's see. Who do I want to send y'all off to? Please write in the Discord about Ruby. I appreciate that. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna send y'all off to the Mayhem Mermaid. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna send y'all to Natalie. Until when the ads come back. I need that Discord too, so wait. You know what? I'm breaking my rule today because y'all are lit. So, you know what? It's fine. I'll send it. Give me a second. Welcome back from the ads, y'all. I will, let me see. So we're going to raid out actually to the mermaid, Mayhem Mermaid, which is actually Natalie. Natalie is a really dope stream team member on Pinecone, who is a part of the Twitch Latin Guild. They are actually going to play Skyward Sword. And obviously, I am a big fan of Final Fantasy and Zelda, even though I still need to play Breath of the Wild, which I will say this. I am debating, no promises, I am debating playing Breath of the Wild on my Switch too. Only because I legitimately want to play that damn games. And I have no excuse. And I feel like if I stream it, it would force me to finish it, even though I do want to actually finish it. So, just don't fight me. I'm not going to promise anything, but just, it might be an option. But either way, The Mayhem Mermaid is a part of the Twitch Latin Guild. Shout out to my Latin and Latinos. I appreciate you, especially my Afro Latinos. Everybody, y'all are dope human beings. But they're actually just starting stream, and they're going to play again Skyward Sword, which I think is a really cool game. But again, just to give some details, they're part of the Pinecone stream team as well that I'm a part of. Shout out to all my Pinecone friends. They primarily create Zelda content, but they also love cool gadgets and everything too. So they're going to be talking about tech. And they're also a first-generation woman in STEM and a mental health advocate. So shout out to my women and femmes in STEM because, you know, science, technology, and all the things. I see you do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, women in science, I'm just saying we're sexy over here. It's always a good time. My first Final Fantasy game was 8. That is awesome. And I implore you to play Breath of the Wild. It's amazing. Funny enough, I played Infinity Nikki, which I know some of the developers for Breath of the Wild went to build Infinity Nikki, which I play. So now I feel like I need to. But we are going to raid out to them and call it there. So thank you so much for joining, whether you're watching me morning, afternoon, or evening, whether you're lurking or watching the VOD. This VOD will be up to both the co-working section as well as Umami. I'm going to make sure to finish the game. So I will create a YouTube, I will create a series on YouTube for those of you who'd like to watch the VOD back. Because I don't make assumptions for those of you who are over on YouTube, because I multi-stream, will be over on Twitch as well. But if you ever miss a stream, just know they're probably going to be on YouTube on my channel, so you can watch it there if you ever want to. No pressure, no worries in terms of things. Again, if you can't ever see me live, don't get offended. It's fine. You can find me somewhere on the internet yammering about something. But we're going to raid out to, so again, for those of you on YouTube, let me make sure I drop the handle first for those of you who want to follow over on Twitch. If you don't want to follow over on Twitch because you love YouTube better, that's fine. I'm not offended. Don't worry about it. I get it. I get it. I love YouTube. Well, not the problematic parts of YouTube. The parts of YouTube where I can find other lace makers. Because I follow a lot of, like, lace crafters on there, and it's a jolly good time. A jolly good time. I watch way too much stuff on YouTube. It's bad. But there's the username. For those of you over on Twitch, we will start the usual raid message, and then we'll get it popping in terms of shenanigans. But again, I will be back on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If we do need to change things, of course, I'll let y'all know. But for now, that's my schedule in terms of shenanigans this week. So I will be around. I'll mainly just be floating on the internet. I've got to figure some things out for grad school, and I have to go figure out which nails I'm going to put on my hands next once I'm through. But anyway, thank you all so much for the raids. Thank you so much, Key, as well as Tier for the raids. Thank you for everybody who's lurking. Thanks for all the follows and support. Thanks for all the stream streaks. Again, it means the world to me that y'all follow me and as your friendly neighborhood black scientist. Stay safe, stay well, don't lick doorknobs. You know, be careful out here, and it's cold, so wear something warm if you're in my part of the world. If it's not cold where you are, I hope you stay safe and stay well. And with great power comes great social responsibility, because I am a Spider-Man girl too. Even though Spider-Man is my op in Marvel Rivals, so if you play Spider-Man, I might have a little bit of beef against you. Okay, not really. It's really Moon Knight. It's actually Moon Knight. But anyway, let me drop the raid message. Yeah, like, Spider-Man is actually diabolical in Marvel Rivals. I ain't even gonna hold you. And shout out to Gambit, too. Gambit's really cool. I gotta try them out. But I'm a Luna Snow main, so. Let's see. For those of you who are here, we will have that as the raid message for us to write out to Natalie's stream, and then we will start the raid. But again, I will see y'all on Friday. If not, I'll see you on Saturday. If not, I'll see you on Sunday. If not, I'll see you somewhere in somebody's Discord or somewhere on the internet. I'm somewhere around probably doing things. I'm going to go get food, go do my thing, and then get ready for some meetings I have tonight in terms of shenanigans. But take care. Thank you for all the love. And, you know, stay safe out here. And I will see you sometime soon. I will be lurking in Natalie's stream for some Legend of Zelda, so if you want to hang out too, I'll just be lurking around supporting Pinecone friends and as well as other streams. But if not, if you're gonna raid and run, I appreciate you. Thank you much for being here, and yeah, take care. Have a nice one. We'll finish this game soon. I'll see y'all around. But thanks for everything, and thanks again for the key to the developers. I appreciate you. But alrighty, y'all, I'm gonna go drink some water and sit down somewhere. Probably stretch. I am I'm only 5 foot, so I need to stretch my limbs too. Otherwise, I will get cramped up, and I'll be a little tiny ball of small in a corner being like, my limbs. Even though in your 30s, remember to stretch, y'all. If you're in your 30s like me, stretch. Stretch your legs. Don't get shrimps, okay? Don't arch your back. Stretch, drink water. I'm so... You're in your 30s too? Yes, I'm not cool enough to get publications in my early 20s. Yes, I'm in my 30s, so I am in my 30s. I am in 1993, baby. But alrighty, y'all. I will see you soon. I'll be around. Take care for now. Oh, everybody's in their 30s? Huh. I'm finding my people. Shout out to the 90s kids in the chat. Let's go! 90s kids! I love y'all. All right. We gotta go, though. I'll see you in Natalie's stream. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.